What's up there, folks? How you doing? Hashtag set referee. Hashtag come on, Rev. Anytime I ever see you, you can come on in for an interview. And hashtag welcome, folks. Welcome back to the crypt. The only show where I don't get involved in creator to creator drama. Hey, Cindy, what's up? Because creator to creator drama is stupid, as you people have told me. And I'm glad you people told me, because I tell them. I said, no one gives a shit about your creator to creator drama, because nobody's perfect and no one apparently has friends. So make sure, folks, you don't send anybody your personal information, including your address, social security number, birth date, and credit card number. Make sure you don't do that, because, hey, they ain't your friends. With that being said, let's get into the video. Like this stream, folks. I'm glad you're here. And that's it. I hope everyone has a good is having a good night. But yeah, if you weren't here, the last video, Love Notes for TLC, Letitia here, the titty, aka got mad at her mom and her brother, screamed at them, big old fight, nastiness, snot all over her mom's bed. So she called up the nut house and had her brought in there, because apparently they do exist, but you know, for only like 24 hours. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Thanks for being here, folks.
It's the morning of July 19th, 2022. It's approximately 7 a.m. I tried to upload that video and it wouldn't upload for many hours. So I tried to go to sleep around 3 a.m.
Well, neither am I.
But I couldn't sleep at all. Around 4 a.m. This is finally uploaded by like 3 a.m., right? So I haven't slept at all. I'm gonna be 34 weeks pregnant on Friday, which is in like 3 or 4 days.
Hey, celebrity,
I'm
so what's
still
up?
homeless. I've been asking people for help, but it's the wrong people, because everybody hates me. So my chin hurts where my brother had like headbutted me here. And
Okay, and as we all saw in the last video, that's exactly did not happen. That is a lie. There would be a bruise there.
And I didn't feel it, of course, when it happened and everything, and like I don't feel very good now. They tried to take me to the emergency room, so I think I'm gonna go swimming today. I think I'd really like that. I think it would be really nice. I think that
And again, like, I'm not a female. I don't know what it's like to get, be on the way to give birth, but calling your mom an effing bitch and this and that, I can't blame that on pregnancy. I can only blame that on her being disrespectful for staying at her mom's house when she has no other place to live.
I've been asking people for help, and they don't really know how to help me, because they don't know how to give me back the things that I need that will help me. So then they just look at me like a troublemaker, because I can't get those things by myself, and I don't know how to. I asked too much of everybody, so that's why I knew years ago I couldn't be a burden to anyone, so I stayed away from everyone.
Hey, Queen.
Last night at about
Maybe
5 a.m. No, this morning 5 a.m.-ish, 4:30.
Hey,
somewhere.
Patty.
I was laying down and I noticed like lights outside of the window.
Hey, Carrie, what's up?
And then my mom opened the door and there was an officer there, a female officer.
Carrie, whenever you're ready to do that person-to-person thing, you let me know. Or, you know, internet-to-internet thing, whatever.
And she was nice. And
Thanks
she
for being
promised me
here.
that they weren't going to hurt me. And they didn't.
Who's in everyone's chat?
They transported me to the hospital. But I walked away from the hospital because they put me into the
I hope so.
the waiting area. So I
Damn,
walked away, and then I went and I hid my purse in one of the bushes. because I thought maybe I should just go away. Maybe I should just leave it behind. And somebody's got that because the phone is pinged anyway, so they know where my location is. So I thought if I left it behind, and they won't find me, but they'll still find me. They're always gonna find me. So I'm scared. I'm scared, and I don't know what I did to piss off everybody. Those years ago. I don't know.
All right, here I'm just gonna fast forward here a little bit. Hey, you guys saw, if you saw the video the last time, she was just being very nasty, living at her mom's house on her way. I mean, about what, 9 months it takes to actually have a baby, right? So she's so close, less than a month away. I would just shut my mouth and just sit there and avoid contact with my brother.
It's normal. It's normal. It's not
Carrie.
healthy, but it's normal for that to happen to me, and then I always get blamed. So I just don't say anything, and that's what I did with the father of the baby. Because I knew it was my fault.
Well, just take a breath, Carrie. Remember, people on the internet are not people. We're machines. Don't worry about that. We're all here for you here, and we love you here. So take a breath, relax, and enjoy the comedy.
Fault for sleeping next to him. So I didn't want to open my mouth, because then every time I open my mouth, I get in trouble. I'm scared. I don't have any place to put this baby when it comes out. So I just have to leave it wherever I have it.
Great.
And
that sounds lovely.
And I know somebody will find it. It's not like that. It's not that I want to leave the baby. I just don't have anything to take care of it with. And they say that that's mental illness because I couldn't afford for myself. And so they would take the baby anyway, because I can't support myself and I can't support the baby. But I thought I was doing a pretty good job. And then all the stress about the warrant and everything, and then they picked me up and forced me to be with my mom. And
but they were probably trying to say, hey, you should stay with your mom because you got a pot to piss and you got nowhere to go. Your mom will take your bull crap, so you should probably stay with this lady. That's kind of the thing. If someone will take your shit, you have to stay with that person, because they'll call the cops on you in the middle of the night.
I know I need to go back to get my stuff so I can take it out of there, so I can start living in my car again. But I didn't do that. I was tired. I tried to sleep and was waiting for the upload to happen. And then, and I like when they try to help, people try to help, but I don't think it's the right help that I need. I need my daughter back, and nobody saw that years ago. They saw me as a problem, and they said that I don't need my daughter.
Well, and if anyone doesn't know, she scared the crap out of her daughter. Banging at the door when your daughter doesn't know who you are is not going to help. Screaming through the window at the person she thinks is her mother is not going to help. Be a little cordial when you go to the door, and a little bit of honey goes a long way, as my mom would say.
But that doesn't seem right. And that's kind of what they say about this warrant and everything. Everybody says it doesn't seem right, but I know that I'm targeted because I speak out, and then all this stress. So I'm very tired, and I'm very stressed out, and even though there are times where I give in, I still don't fully give in
hey,
that
Patty,
way. I think that's why they're trying to break me to such an
yeah,
extent.
right.
Make sure.
I was wondering, is this the shirt from The Shining, or am I getting that wrong? Because I see twins, I think of The Shining.
There's nowhere I can put the baby. There's nowhere I can
right?
go that's
That's
safe.
what I was thinking.
And I always get in trouble. They try to remove my videos all the time, and I haven't showered still.
Ew.
I'm trying to put my hair back in place. It's not wanting to stay. I'm not doing very good. I get laughed at and mocked online a lot, and people tell me I'm lying, and people tell me I'm lying. that my mom deserves a better daughter,
Yeah.
and all these things that don't make sense to me because they don't see it from the abuse that I've lived through. I'm very tired. If I could just exchange this baby for some place to live
What?
for a while, I would
That's
do
horrible.
that. I don't know what to do with him. He's I don't endanger him, but everybody's endangering him, and everybody wants me to live on the streets, and everybody wants me to eat out of the trash cans and stuff. So, and there are some people that are nice, and they try to encourage me, but there's
Hey,
nothing
Cindy.
that can be done anymore. I just want to go swimming.
Oh, yeah, right.
There's not much left in me. There's so many normal people out there that have their lives and have their jobs and have everything going for them because they had a supportive upbringing somewhere. I'm hungry.
Oh, so do you.
I'm thirsty. I haven't drank water.
How dare you? That mother, if that is your mother in that last video you made, was so supportive and so just willing to go through your bull crap to wait for you to calm down and take a breath and still be there and still ask you if you wanted something to eat. So really, that's pretty good.
In many hours too. So I don't know what to say or do anymore.
Yes. Yes,
somebody
Carrie.
asked me about
this is
something called APS,
this is the video
which is,
that she made right after.
I don't know what that is. I don't look at this stuff. I don't want to research it. I just want my daughter back. I just want a nice home, somewhere I can live. I took good care of my home until I got infested with all these roaches and stuff because of the people I
wonder why.
letting in and out of my home. And they were messing it up and everything, and then I had so many dogs I couldn't take care of everything all together. I was trying, but I was obese and I was on a bunch of pharmaceuticals and it made me worse. And I don't have any marijuana right now. I don't feel very good. I just want to smoke and go to sleep. So
she is, Carrie.
I was I am scared. I don't want to go to my mom's house. My brother's going to be there.
Okay, Cindy, have a good one.
Everybody.
Feel better.
He gets so violent sometimes that, and we start to try to talk to him. I didn't realize he would be so violent with me while I was pregnant. And everybody said I was fine. My mom said I was going to be safe. And everybody lies. The father of this baby, he lied to me. He said I would be safe. And ever since I met him, I've been in danger. So, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know why I'm getting in trouble constantly, and I just want to go home. And I don't want to go home to my mom's house. That's not a home to me. That's scary, and she allows all kinds of crazy stuff to go on around her. And then she gets in denial of it, and then she blames me constantly for pointing out any kind of any stuff. And I don't like seeing the stuff. I don't like seeing the pills. I don't like seeing all the drinking and smoking cigarettes.
As long as she's doing it too, then she's okay with it.
My head is spinning. I know that my blood sugar is really low. I know I'm supposed to have some food. I'm gonna try to go over to somewhere right now to grab something to eat. Hopefully I can find some food. But I don't know what to do anymore. I've asked for help so many times and everybody just makes fun of me and says that I'm too demanding and I'm spoiled and that I don't need it, and I don't know what else to do. I don't know where to go. I tried to, file for that housing and stuff years ago, and I just can't do that anymore. I can't deal with the paperwork and the stress of having to answer all the same questions over and 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 over again.
Well, then maybe try to answer them differently so you actually get something out of it.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just want to be dead. That sounds really bad, but my life is not the very most pleasant.
Hope CPS watches these.
And then I was raped, and that's twice in such a short span. It caused a baby. So now I don't know what to do with this baby, and I just want to go home. I want to go home. I want to sleep.
Bill, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just a chill place here.
I want a bed, and you can have the babies when they come out if you just let me live in the bed and sleep and food, and then the restroom. I don't care anymore. They try to put me in psychiatric hospitals all the time, and I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. I'm done. I'm done. I feel like it's frying again in my brain. There's too much stress. There's too much, and I've been having contractions, and they're getting more, like, they're getting stronger, and I'm worried about this baby, because I'm not going to go to the emergency room to have it. I'm scared, and I don't want to go to my doctor's appointments anymore.
What is that noise?
Because they said I had a warrant.
That sounds awful.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm physically and emotionally and mentally tired. Just everything. I'm tired. I just want to be dead.
Fast forward up a little bit, because that just sounds awful.
Could stop, make it go away. Oh, no.
Oh.
No. There's a huge difference when you have everything in place, when you're ready for a baby and you have a partner, and then when you're just a fucking trash whore like me, it gets left on the fucking side of the road. They don't care about this baby. They just want to take it and raise it with someone else. And I don't care anymore. I don't care. I probably just signed it up for adoption or whatever, and just like a closed one where they don't contact me ever again. I wish I could have kept him, but now our relationship is damaged. Like the relationship I'd never had with his father. He's hurting me.
You know, let me just hey Ivy, what's up? Let me just say, Carrie, you've been really cool since the jump. You've been coming in. I don't know this Bill guy, and I'm just not dealing with bullshit like that anymore. You know, like, people don't understand. Like, hey, did you say something 10 years ago? Like, okay, keep it away from here. At the crypt actually literally means neutral hangout zone. We're not about that YouTuber to YouTuber drama bullshit. I don't even know what the hell. We don't do that. Keep that away from us, okay? We hang out here. This is where the people go to hang out, and people from all walks of life, you'll notice, hang out here. And I won't throw out who, but you'll see who when they're in the chat. Every person for every walk of life comes in here to hang out, because I don't do that bullshit here. So with that being said, like the stream.
He's moving around. It doesn't feel good at all. I'm sick. I feel really sick. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about.
Listen, and I just keep my mouth shut because I asked so many times and nobody ever listens. Nobody ever listens. And then they just want to steal from me. They took everything. Where's my safe place? And they gave me to my mom, and I don't want to be with her. She's crazy as fuck. She did let my fucking house go.
But then the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
She did that. She was the one that let my baby get stolen. She gave them the paper.
Exactly.
I don't know what to do. I'm scared. They say that I'm the one that's like, that I'm, you know, can't be trusted because I flip-flop, and I don't do that like that. Not like they do. They literally have destroyed my life and physically assaulted me, and then my mom allowed the sexual abuse. And then they blame me for opening up, and they tell me, are you done yet? Are you done? And I say, yes, I'm done. I won't say anything anymore. The officer said, though, if somebody's hurting you, you should inform the police.
Wow.
If ever anybody's hurting you, you should call the police. But every time I did, they didn't believe me. They thought I was crazy. They only saw one side of it because they saw the criminal record and everything. And
if you keep doing it, maybe you're making something up. You know, because there's more than just your word. There is physical evidence, okay, for anyone out there who doesn't know. And if there's no physical evidence of her alleged crimes, then there's nothing will be done. That's just the law, no matter who she is.
Psychiatric records, and they didn't see me as a person. They didn't see me for what I was going through, which is the loss of my children.
No, this is from
my dignity.
2 days ago, and then I'll play the next one. That's from today.
My babies, my pets. I'm really exhausted. I'm really tired. I laid down in a field for a little while, maybe like an hour, and I ate some grass, but I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know where to go. My mother's so two-faced. I can't trust her. Every time I try to seek help from her, she hurts me. And it's not even physical anymore. She stopped that because I knew.
Oh, you're making steak? That sounds good. I want a steak.
But then, when I had nothing, this warrant came back, and they said that I couldn't. And then if I call the police, they're gonna take me to jail for speaking out about the abuses. They're gonna take me to jail.
Yeah, because
It's
she
so
shouldn't
big.
do that, right?
I'm scared. I'm scared. It's got to come out of my body. I'm scared. I don't want to do this. And people laugh at me all the time. They think I'm so funny because they think I'm just, I'm trying to be cute or dramatic or whatever. No, I'm tired.
I mean, again, I would think no matter where she is, if there's physical evidence of her alleged crimes, then something would be done about it. But if it's just her word, she can make a report, and then if it happens again, then she can add it to the report. It's very simple.
I'm very weak. I'm not playing a role. I'm not doing any of that. This is me. This is Leticia Collins Servin. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. People are scary. I'm scared. I'm thirsty. Maybe they'll give me water if I go inside that place. I'm scared. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm scared. I'm scared. I told the father that. How am I supposed to do this without anybody? And they're just like, you just do it. What? I don't know about that.
She never showed any
that.
proof of her
Really
diagnosis.
Get out of bed some days. The only thing that kept me going was Tara. Tara kept me going. I never ever missed a feeding. I never missed her breakfast and then her everything, all her snacks. I never missed her stuff because I love.
Here, I'll go to the next one because she's just like, da, 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 da. So that was that one, and then things start to actually get more interesting in these videos up, going leading to today.
2022, and I actually did end up bruised here from my brother headbutting me last night, and I'm not
yes,
sure where
emergency
these
rooms
comments are coming from, trying to persuade everyone into believing that that's normal behavior. That's obviously toxic and is very dysfunctional, that my family has always lashed out physically. I didn't lash out whatsoever. People were trying to say, all this over a cigarette? No, it had nothing to do with just that. It was the accumulation of
it was
things
a
that he was doing
joint
that were very shady and that were very backhanded. I would much rather be, exposed to living in my vehicle and those temperatures than to have to deal with such dysfunction and such abuse. And then people are trying to speak to my mother and coerce her into calling the police, when in actuality I did call the police over this, and I filed a report against my brother, and they left a while ago, and I am just sitting here in the hospital.
Yeah, sure.
Getting mom.
She's very mumbly, so no problem. But again, I don't know how life would be like being a female having a brother that's almost about her size. He listens to rap music, which is fine, but I don't see him attacking her. I see him protecting his mother, but I don't see him actually attacking her. But again, it seems like she needs to play the perpetual victim, allegedly.
Monitored still. There were contractions earlier, but they slowly, I wouldn't say subsided, but they just sort of dwindled down to hardly any now.
But yeah, she was in the hospital at this point.
Under and all these accusations that allege
sure.
that I falsified the reports, that I'm the one that's aggressive, that I need help, psychologically, when in actuality I do see help psychologically all the time. I seek therapy because I know what my ailments are. I know what my illnesses are. So that's why I refrain from getting heightened by progressively trying to diffuse the situation as best I can. My family doesn't listen. If you were to speak to my mother, as other people have, you would understand that she's not completely there cognitively, that she will flip-flop and choose sides, but mostly toward her sons, in order to persuade individuals into believing that because, she loves her children so much, only because they're sustaining her a little bit financially. That's it. And my brother wasn't affording the house. I'm not sure why all these allegations and these videos are coming out and mocking me. In actuality, I'm the victim in this entire circumstance.
You want to be the victim, but if people say, hey, you tripped on the dog's pillow and you thought you were pushed, that's fact. You got to take that. You're trying to claim something different than something that actually you videotaped, and that's not what happened. And again, is that your mental illness that makes you think that it happened that way? But it's not how it happens. So you can't get victim points for it.
And other circumstances as well. Of course, I had to be monitored, so I have a nurse here in the room, and she has to watch over me because I admitted to my suicidal ideations. And I don't mind that whatsoever. I don't mind being honest, but I explained to them that I don't necessarily feel like harming myself unless it's to the point where I'm getting victimized constantly or abused constantly. And that what had happened, what I had filmed of my family and the interaction, that is not healthy behavior. That is something that has happened my entire life. When I was approximately 16 years old, I tried to call the police at one point against my father and what he was doing, and my mother sat on my lap to pin me down onto the couch.
Okay. What I observed in that video is that she was gaslighting her family into fighting with her and kind of each other. If that's what happened back in the day, then you've been gaslighting your family for a long time, and you should be ashamed of that. You know, it's not that you were fighting, they were fighting, and you were like in the next room. You were pushing that fight to happen.
While my brother, the felon brother, the one that attacked me on video, and my older brother, the one that sexually assaulted me all through growing up, had both punched me on either side of my face. So by the time the officers had gotten there, and the medics and everything, they had persuaded them into believing that I was the one that was getting riled up and violent because I had a history with psychological illness due to my first suicide attempt at the age of 12. So instead of being placed into a facility at the age of 12, they decided to hand me directly over to my parents because they allowed my parents into the room without anyone around, and they threatened my life. And they threatened not just my life, but the freedoms of the entire family. So I felt as though I had to be the one that was strong, always, and held everybody's secrets, and held everybody's, was held accountable myself for everyone else's actions. And I understood at that point that I didn't want to destroy anybody's life. I felt terrible, and I teared up after the officer told me that, victimizing and abusing physically a pregnant woman is a felony offense. So unfortunately, my brother will have a warrant for his arrest for that, in conjunction to all these other accusations of him being a pedophile. And
wow. And again, I really need to run this home. If you had no place to live, you were living in your car, and you're 8 months pregnant, you're about to have a baby, wouldn't you be grateful to even sleep on the couch? Or go to a woman's shelter like everybody in the chat is saying? There is other places she could go. Why mess with her family's lives and potentially put her brother into jail and call him all these things? I don't understand. I don't understand that mentality.
Violating children. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I haven't spoken to my mother. I sent her a text message stating
exactly, Sheila.
I'd made a video earlier this morning. I'm not sure, it's having some difficulty uploading because of the fact that I'm inside of the hospital in itself. So of course there's barriers to the Wi-Fi, or barriers to the signal for the cell phone. So it's not uploading as quickly as I would have liked, and I'll just sort of relay. I'm still probably going to post that because I need everyone to understand the differences between mental illness, mental fragility, and also insanity, and what true dysfunction is. I understand that I'm very articulate. I understand that. I understand that I can explain myself much better now than I did years prior. But I still feel as though I'm exhausted and I just want a safe place to rest. I pray about the Father constantly. I pray that, he'll understand that I never meant to harm him either. I never meant to, when realizing, of course it's a felony offense what he had done, and realizing he would be removed from his financial backing, I weighed my pros and cons in that and understood that why would you tamper with my body?
I mean, let me interject and just say I am surprised that a hospital, maybe in Arkansas, it's different, but a hospital nonetheless will allow her a cell phone to just bitch and moan. Like, aren't they listening to her? And they're like, wow, she's putting that online, talking against the hospital, the staff, all this stuff about her brother. Like, I don't know. Like, 2022 is a crazy time to live. That's all I was going to say. It's a crazy time where you get headaches all day, and people post stuff from their hospital rooms.
That is a definite, a definite usage of my being in that way. I wouldn't say, well, yes, defiling, but also to the point where it's mutilating my body. It's mutilating my consciousness, because you're warping my mind into perceiving that, motherhood is everything that I need to fix this situation. Yeah. In actuality, we have all known that I needed a safe, stable place to stay prior to a pregnancy. And for all of this to have gone sort of awry in that way, and I was forced into pregnancy before having a relationship, before having anything. They even did a gynecological test, and had to, do an examination physically. And I didn't want, of course I didn't want it, but I haven't also been tampered with in many months, so... Ooh.
Oh.
Food's here. Oh, thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a good night. Thank you.
Wait, what kind of hospital is this? Hospitals used to be like, no phones, give me your belt, give me them shoelaces. And like, she's like, okay, dinner time. Like, wow. Next thing I know, she'll be eating what is it, the chia pet pudding, chia seed pudding. that makes you feel fat, but you don't really eat anything. It's just making your stomach expand. It's awful.
Thank you. Just grab this fork here. I'm still in the middle of filming, just so you know, so it's just, but, so, and then right now, thankfully, they're taking really good care of me at this facility. I have no issues with the processes here, and they encouraged me to go to another facility for assistance or some
I'll lower her a little
as
bit.
well as my mental health during all of this. And I know that in that process, I'll find some sort of comfort. In that process, I'll find some semblance of
It's prison.
sort of.
Well, usually celebrities are in a mental hospital. They'll be like, I don't know if you're thinking of taking the plunge.
So I can calm down and think about where I should.
Hey, Danielle.
If I should place this
hospital.
child, or
Yeah,
if I would
exactly.
be able to do it on my own, which we all know I could do.
Exactly. Thank you.
If I had the financial means to be able to support this child. I have been living out of my car for nearly 2 years.
I was speeding her
and
up,
just because I was
Jelly Bean.
staying at my mom's house for a couple of weeks. It didn't offer me that solace, that ability to alleviate my stressors, because of the fact that my brother was doing all these shady things in the home. And when he smoked that cigarette last night, I don't appreciate it because I ended up with a headache from it. And I knew. And so when I asked my mother, I said, well, is he smoking cigarettes again? No, he went to go take a nap. That was her response. I said, well, I smell cigarette smoke. And she said, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't smell anything. I don't smell anything. And I'm usually the first
Maybe
one to
she
know.
didn't.
And I was like, okay, you're right. You're clearly always right. And I'm clearly always wrong. And I know that that's a very shady, backhanded way to confront your mother. But if you knew my mother and understood how manipulative she is,
No, it's like 12.
Circumstances that have arose during my life,
Good night.
you'd understand.
I'll see you in a
her.
bit.
You'd understand her psychologically. That's why she's in denial of the things she has done. That's why she has all of a sudden become so haggard within the last couple of years. When I finally left the home, and I told her, I said I would rather be living in my car or putting myself in danger than placing myself around my felon brother, who was bringing around a 16-year-old girl that he had met and started, grooming since she was 12. Because his grooming technique was to offer her financial backing too. And girls always love that, right? They always love looking up to an older man that can support them or guide them in such a way. And that's sad. It's very disheartening because I had been there. I had done that. I had taken those advances as actual love when it came to like my father or anything like that.
She does, Ivy.
And the fact that people stand up for these individuals is sickening.
It's shandy in a
I'm
making.
not sure what's wrong with you people psychologically in order to bash me all day. I'm already going through enough stress. I'm already having enough contractions. I literally was physically assaulted, and I have like a bruise stemming here where he had smashed his head into my face. And I didn't expect that. I didn't even feel it. I'm going to be completely honest. I was just so startled.
Because it didn't happen.
Actually got to the point of a physical aggression again. And it's just like reliving my childhood. And I told my mother that numerous times. I said, if you're going to have that in your home, I don't feel safe. It's just like growing up with daddy.
But seriously, can you imagine living like that? Like you got nowhere to go. Your mom's nice enough to let you in, and then now you start barking orders. Well, you can't have this person in the house. You can't have that person in the house. Be happy she allows you to come back.
And then I also had made amends with my father. I spoke to him over the phone and sent him a card and it wasn't for Father's Day because
good thing he got out.
Incarcerated during that time during Father's Day. But afterward, I sent him a thank you card with a $20 bill, which is more than any of my siblings could offer my family because they don't have any semblance of compassion in that way. They're very greedy, most of them, and they don't step outside of the box to recognize who truly is the victim in all of this. Who's the one that they have been defiling? Who's the one that they have been, defamating? My character has been placed in the line of fire my entire life. People have always disregarded my words because I wasn't allowed to speak my words, my truths. I wasn't allowed to speak.
Well, I'll get to that. She was at a hospital, and then the next video, she's out of the hospital, and then she's at some hotel.
About my family. I wasn't allowed to speak about these negative things. They told me, hush, hush, it's okay.
And she's on Adderall, allegedly.
When I was, 18. And they negated to process or prosecute my father or anything because my sister had recanted her statements.
Exactly, Danielle.
So my statements weren't viable.
Not to do this.
Courts, apparently, my words have never been viable, and that's what's disheartening because I'm trying to explain to people. Do you realize you screwed me over from the age of 12? Did you realize that I didn't have the opportunity to speak my mind because my life was being threatened? And even my mother had come in when I stayed with her 2 years ago. And like I said, I've relayed this story numerous times, and she even conveyed to me, I should have killed you when your dad told me to.
So she had a certain job, Jellybean. Ooh.
I don't know what's wrong with my family.
Allegedly.
I'm not sure why they get so aggressive verbally. I'm not sure why I have to live with these memories, these hardships of having to understand that I am unwanted in this world. And I've always...
And this is a great comment here, Ivy. She does. Anyone who's watched her, she does air her daughters, her young daughter, who doesn't even understand what she's doing, air her dirty laundry, her social security number, like really messed up stuff. She can't be a mother. And unfortunately, she's got to learn that when this baby's born, watch. She'll have this baby taken away. Unfortunately, but she's going to because she can't control herself.
Always been unwanted.
Good comment.
And that, directly coincides with my child being unwanted, because all of these different tactics that they've done to scare me into submitting, to scare me into retracting my statements, to scare me into lying and manipulating things again. But I decided, no, I wasn't going to take any more abuse, and that's why I filed against the father.
Right? You would think so, Ivy.
Does not mean I don't care.
She's sitting on a potential gold mine here, but she's too stupid to understand. She wouldn't have to do anything if she could play her cards right. I mean, I hate to say it, but if she did, I know exactly what you mean. She would have like a small 1-bedroom, a little place, even a hotel room. She'd have food, she'd have WIC for the baby. She'd be all set up, but she's too dumb to play the system,
Care about these individuals.
I know what you mean.
That my harsh punishments in that way to finally speak up are not a form of,
especially because she needs
compassion
it
and love toward them, so that they can fix and guide themselves in a better way. Fix their lives and guide themselves.
Oh yeah, Dan, the craziest videos you've ever seen. A lot of guys whacking off.
Appropriate manner.
Like cutting themselves.
And I tried to explain to them, I was like, if you just did a few things here and there, if you incorporated exercise, if you incorporated eating healthfully. What did my brother do yesterday before attacking me? He drank a bunch. He had like a 40.
Yeah.
And he also had a bunch of other stuff too. And he had whatever pills, whatever, I saw him smashing up pills and snorting them during the last week.
God.
And I was very frightened. And I've shared my encounters with people. No home is worth that much dysfunction. No, no location is worth that much stress and pain. After all these years, I had to realize that. I would rather be homeless. I would rather be living on the streets with the fear that I would get raped again, with the fear that I would get robbed again. And I always thought, well, the officials would help me. And when the officer...
Well, I'm glad you're here now.
See, when I placed that video online, and I had relayed some of this in the video that hasn't uploaded, but the officer was so kind, and she knew that I was just very scared, and she talked me down, and she told me, she was like, well, is it okay if the medics just, the EMTs check you out and see if you're okay, and maybe we can take you to the hospital instead of you being here. And because they knew how volatile the circumstances were, and how...
No, maybe they took pity on you to say maybe you shouldn't belong in a hospital. Maybe you're just crying it up for the camera and you can go in the regular hospital. That's what they did. And they took pity on you. Otherwise, you could have been 5150, where you wouldn't have a cell phone right now, just like she was just saying.
Every time I try to confront an issue that, he promised he wasn't going to smoke in the house. That's a difference. There's literally, he could have walked 2 feet, and that's recorded, out
Make
the
sure
door
everyone
to
likes
step
the
on the porch
subs.
to smoke
Hey,
cigarettes,
pumpkin.
but instead I was exposed to it again. And what did he do after he assaulted me? I went to the room, like my mother had said. We saw that video of me going in there. I just sort of laid down and waited for the video to upload.
I've heard
it took
things.
Many hours until 4 a.m.
Hey, pew pew.
Approximately 3:30 by the time it actually uploaded. And he went into the living room and was smoking cigarettes openly in there, and I had to tuck a sweater into the floor because I can smell everything very strongly. It's very pungent in that way.
Thank you, Noah.
So, because of my hormones of being pregnant, so everything, I'm very sensitive, and I'm hypersensitive too, because I've always had these occurrences where I see or feel or smell or touch things, that aren't really there, and people are like, oh, that's schizophrenia. No, they're there. You just cannot see these things, like germs and bacteria. So I would get told all the time, like, oh, you're overreacting. No, I am not. And I told and I informed people too about the hygiene that was going on in certain areas and certain facilities and things like that, because I was always worried. I was always...
And that's the thing. For anybody who doesn't know how to read somebody like this, let me just say this. She first was bitching about her brother and how horrible that was. That was just so horrible, right? It sounded horrible. And then you put her in a facility. Here you go. Now you're okay. Well, now she's bitching about how clean this is. And now she's bitching about the food and how bad this is. This woman, she'll just bitch about anything. So it seriously does not matter what it is. You know what I mean? And it's always going to be that. It's always going to be her bitching for something. Oh, thanks, Nora.
Nora S. has just donated $10 through Super Chat.
I appreciate that, Nora. Thanks for being here. But you know what I mean? It's always going to be something. She's always going to bitch about anything. Because she's, I wouldn't even say a perfectionist. She just likes to bitch at things.
Very conscientious about other people's health as well as my own.
Thank you so much, Nora.
And so yeah, I've been harassed online right now with all these comments. Instead of people saying, oh, I hope you're okay, I hope everything's gonna work out well. No, they took videos of my snotty nose and they posted them up. And when I went back and rewatched the video, I realized how hilarious it looked. But it wasn't hilarious. I laugh at myself all the time. And to see somebody going through that amount of pain, that's actually the saddest thing. And so if you can sit there and laugh at somebody else's pure brokenness, in that way, then that means that you are suffering through mental illness, and I cannot help you, because if that's what you choose to pinpoint is my aesthetics, then that makes you part of that end of the spectrum, like I've stated prior, that is too ignorant to understand or comprehend anything about anyone else but yourself, and that's selfish narcissism. So after
And you know what the funny thing about this is? My Streamlabs link, that used to be my nickname, like Bengal Tiger. Hey, but we took video of it. We took video of what? That's where that comes from.
After watching some things and noticing things, I can't stop these individuals from trying to slander my story and myself. But what I can do is just to place my story out there as openly and honestly as I possibly can.
Oh, yeah, she'd have an apartment with wick checks out the ass, with all sorts of milk, and she would have the powders, and she would have the bottles, and she would have so much stuff, and then another place to get stuff from, and a baby carriage. Exactly, like she just. For her just to complain about her brother, it's like, wow, you are doing this wrong. And this is your second kid? Oof. That's bad. You make us look bad.
Doxing anybody.
It smells like rotten asshole in the room. It smells like rotten asshole in the room.
I love that one. I gotta change those around. Thank you, Crash, so much. I appreciate it. I think if you said something, it would say it. But thank you so much.
Clarifying anyone else's public information, which don't talk about the psychologist that way. He has a doctorate. You do not. So it's hilarious that you would presume that your words matter. You're trolling on the internet. Why would you presume that your words matter? I've spoken to this man for nearly 2.5 years now. Well, January 2020. And regardless of what you think, he is actually very compassionate, and he has listened to me. He does encourage me to move past.
In this in my channel, my chat, I don't fault anyone for anything. I appreciate it when everyone's here and they like and just hang out, because to me that's incredible. So yeah, do not worry about anything. Pretty much, as long as everyone's cool, then I'm cool, and then we're all having fun.
Past all of these traumas in a positive way. And even though we use prayer to do so, then if you're laughing about that too, that makes you extremely demonic in that way, or ill.
Yeah, well, I hope not, Missy.
Because
especially with this one
coming of other people's religious beliefs or personal, discriminating against them in any way. So of course I've been persecuted due to numerous things, including my racial background, the racial profiling due to being half Hispanic. And also my aesthetics and everything like that, as well as being a female. And
oh no, she's part Hispanic. Oh God!
Even though they try to clarify that we're equal, well then why would you take away the abortion rights? Because a lot of women go through things like I've gone through, and they cannot handle it. They would be much better off if they were to pass that child over back to God in that way. And I understand that's why I chose not to abort this child, although I had the option twice by 2 different people. And
Jelly Bean, if you're on the Apple, you have to like go to the browser. When you see my name, there'll be a join button right next to it. But you have to go on the browser and then type www.youtube.com and then type on my channel, and then you should see it.
And that's just my personal belief. I'm not trying to sway
no, I don't.
Or through my perspective, I'm not.
You just should be able to see it once you go in.
I'm telling you the hardships that I've endured through having kept the child without a father, and that I should have been married prior to this. And that's what my belief system has always guided me toward. And
well, you know what, Ivy, I'll say this: if it would be better for her to have had one than to constantly talk crap about a child that she didn't want. Okay, it's like, I get it, she didn't want it. I've known plenty of females who got, who went out and had party and got hard and, wanted to do that. And I understood, it's their life. You know what I mean? First and foremost. But yeah, I agree. She should have done something. I mean, she's been walking around for 8 months and just been like, I'll still smoke, I'll drink, I'll do whatever. It is horrible. It is like watching her do child abuse to a child that's not even here yet.
There to have been
I agree.
A pregnancy after one
Thanks for your
meeting
comment.
with this person, I thought it was a miracle. I thought that was a blessing. And then I realized it wasn't when the father wanted nothing to do with me and never even responded and didn't.
Yeah, you should be able to find it, Jelly Bean. I believe in you.
Communicatively in order to work things out. I was left on my own to decide whether or not this child should live or die, when in actuality it was the father's choice to make us both suffer and die. And he chose to go off and gallivant and do whatever he'd done and have another family, another everything, because when I'd met him,
well, I bet if she would have tried something different besides trying to grift money because, I'm a victim, I think she would have done better, because like everyone's saying in the chat, she could at least have a voice for something. And guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate those comments, because that shows no one's hating here. We're critically watching and critically saying, hey, this person could do this if they weren't so like this. And I totally 100% agree, because this is real life. No one's 100% on anything. It's always usually 50-50.
We already know the story.
Like the stream, folks.
I rejected his advances immediately, so that's why he took
advantage of me never does, Nora.
Because I was the only moment that I was shut up and that I was vulnerable. And I understand that I had gone that long in my vehicle without these occurrences, and then all of a sudden it was happening in December, and maybe I did allow it because of the fact that I made it there, because I presumed he was honorable. I presumed that he was trustworthy, and that is my mistake. I now know I can't trust anyone. I mean, yes, I do trust the nurses and things here. I don't see that they're going to inject me with anything right now, but it's very hard for me to trust.
To inject you with what?
That security within my family, familial. Oh yeah, I guess you'd say familiar relationships in that way, the ones that I stem from, and constantly having to watch my back because I never know if they're going to physically assault me, as well as degrade me emotionally or psychologically in that way. And or even sexually, because the 2 of my family members out of the 7 that there were of us, 2 of those were.
Well, I mean, I'll ask you this. Like I would normally say, if this was our first child, is she doing this as a ploy? Then she realizes when the baby's here, oh my God, I love you. Of course I want you. Normally I would say that, but knowing that she has a daughter already that she kind of doesn't even care about, never sees, unless she's scaring the crap out of her, I really don't know. I think this is her, and it's not good. It's like a mental ill person shouldn't be able to have a child because they use it almost as a bargaining chip, right?
Or
good
touching
statement.
Me, and my mother allowed it. My mother knew. I told her, and that's why I went on to have the suicide attempt, because I realized she was never going to protect me in the way that she should, a mother should. And I would never allow that for my own children. I had tried very hard to refrain from any volatile incidences with like the father of my last child and everything. But then we all know what the court system did to me, what everyone had perceived, and how his family had physically assaulted me. Everybody says, oh, that's hearsay. No, I'm the only one that had any marks on me. That's why I was acquitted of the assault on 2 families.
And I'll just say this. Yes, of course, the United States court systems are horrible. No matter who you are, man, woman, if you have a lawyer, don't have a lawyer, the court, they're so backed up, number one. Number two, the judges are usually pieces of shit, and sometimes it does not work out. But if she went in there unprepared, don't know the court lingo, then yeah, you're going to lose. But if you go in there several times, you keep fighting, then yeah, you will see a difference. You just unfortunately have to keep fighting, which she just wants to always give up.
Members, yet they did not prosecute the people that actually assaulted me. And here we are. So that was back in 2014, 2014. There is no justification for that. There is no righteousness behind anything. I feel as though I'm very disheartened by that entire circumstance as well, because I'm a very God-fearing woman, and I put my faith in those that are also
no, not yet, Crash.
They
That'll be next.
To serve and protect.
You know where I'm going with this.
Under his name. And so I revert back to that, because I know that, my Catholicism is one thing, and I'm sure that aggravates a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then of course they say, oh, you're lying, you're just making it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. It's the blanket of saying mental illness, but when you understand that mental illness, there's a whole spectrum, just like autism and anything like that. There's a whole spectrum of the levels. Then you understand that, oh, okay, she is doing it for views. She is playing this mental illness thing. She's not the typical person who has mental illness in children. She's playing it up for the camera.
Up. No, I'm not. No, obviously you can see through the videos, through the recorded documents, that I've been trying to preach about these things, trying to speak out, and yet I've been violated. My constitutional rights, my freedom of speech have been violated since I was very young, due to all of these underlying records that don't actually reflect who the true individual is. So of course, it's impressive to hear me speak. I understand that. It's impressive to hear me, go on about these things, because I'm just a nobody from nowhere, from a very small town in Wisconsin. And just because I was in parochial school nearly
I haven't
elementary years,
yet.
That's what heightened my
no one's bought one yet.
My vocabulary.
So I don't know.
Even then, I only recently developed all of these sort of connective and expansive.
But that would be cool. I would take a picture and I would put it on my community tab.
What's going on in my life precisely, so I can be as accurate and descriptive as possible. English was my worst course. I got the worst grades in English when I was growing up, because I did not want to read the large words, like the words like pedophile or sexual abuse. When I came in contact with these things, I negated. I wanted to be in denial. I didn't want to go any further, and I remember that. And it's really hard to think about all these things and wonder, what if I wouldn't have.
She's so damn manic, and I understand, hormones and pregnancy and family life dynamics and this and that and this and that. But she is bringing this a lot onto herself. But they should have calmed her down, because she is way too manic. Like, she was on Adderall or something along those lines, allegedly. There's something that's making her this manic.
Back down when I was 12. But instead I did. I was submissive. I was compliant. And that's why I refuse to be so now. And that's why everybody tells me, you just need to shut up and take it. You just need to shut up and, you're quit lying. I'm sorry.
Well, especially now.
So I won't stop. And I'm very determined to share my story as it is, and all of the characters and character witnesses in my cases. So please, if you're talking about poor Dr. Carroll, and he already knew, it said in the beginning, I had informed him we were being videoed. And all of these individuals are so deranged that they presume that their perception matters. They're not watching.
Okay, this part, she streamed a video where she was talking to this doctor called Dr. Carroll. I'll just say this. People were commenting to the doctor that they didn't know who she was, that she was pretending, this and that. You should watch her other videos, you know what I mean?
Videos,
and that's where that comes from.
Their entirety. They're not listening to what I'm saying. Instead, they're seeing what's plain in front of their face, because they're plain. They're very simplistic mentally, And I feel very sorry for them because they're so uneducated, and also, and I don't mean to laugh or belittle anyone, but that's just the circumstance. I'm sorry. We are not in the same caliber of an intellect, and you understand that, and that's why you bash me, because you are jealous. Those are
Oh, I
jealous,
love that.
jealousies.
That's like such a shame for Christ thing. I'm smarter than you, and that's why you watch me, because I'm smart and you're stupid. So understand that, peasant.
That's envy. And that's exactly what it is. And people don't understand that. And I speak about the 7 deadly sins all the time. And it's like,
Right.
well, I'm sorry, but that's something that you're going to have to repent for prior to death. And if you do not, that I'm sorry, there's going to be a lot of repercussions once you pass. And I should know a little bit about that because of my first suicide attempt, leading to all the numerous other ones.
Yeah, it's
And I
maniac.
understand
It's
what
mania.
it's like to pass back and forth. That's why I try very hard to appropriate myself in an honorable way so I can keep my integrity intact.
Well, that's why I think it's so funny when we as a group will watch this and be like, yo, I know people who taught that like that. She's full of it. Because, you know, some people, the younger generation won't understand. And the older ones do. Like, this is a troll. This is a tactic that people that we've seen before. And she must be on something. If she's not, then wow, because she is acting like she is.
You know, I was being promiscuous due to all those times where I was
Sexually
violated in my teens and in my youth.
That we can't fight with
before
our
my teens, of
brother
course.
over weed.
So I think I'll leave it at that. I think I've spoken enough. It's already been 30 minutes now, and it'll take a while for this to upload anyway. But that's what's going on right now. The officers have been very kind and very understanding to my personal needs and efforts.
I've been listening here for like 29 minutes and I still don't even understand what did she even say what was happening? That was just like 29 minutes of just bitching and moaning.
And I know that everything happens for a specific reason, and I'm going to pace myself for what's to come because I am always apprehensive of the negative, yet I understand that there is always a positive flow that happens afterward.
Yeah, tips from her Sims.
You know, for this. I never wanted my family to get in trouble for this. I always just swallowed that pain and swallowed my own pride. So I don't want little girls to know that, though. I don't want my daughter to know that. That's why, you know, these videos are out there for TLC.
And I'll say that if anybody gives this woman here money and you're mad at me for watching this with my viewers on my channel, like really, like, you need to get a life, because I'm not going to fight with you on how you give this woman money or how you give Shani for Christ money. If you want to go make videos about me who you don't know, that's your business. But understand, I am not going to stop because this is friggin' weird. And since I have other people watching me, I'm not the only one who thinks so. So maybe it's you, simp. Maybe it's you.
And I don't want her to believe that she has to comply with a man or comply with anybody just to get a house, just to get food, just to get, you know.
That's why it's funny when people give them money.
I
get mad at me.
No, that's not the way that God created us. We are made to struggle, you know,
They get so mad at me.
but to fight for what's right, and that is our freedoms, and that's our equality. And even though we're women, that doesn't mean that we are less than. In actuality, that makes us greater than, because
I'm not
we can
sure.
withstand so much more pain, so much emotional trauma, so much more psychological abuse.
Thank
than
you,
most
Crash.
men.
You gotta send
because
it to
a lot
me
of
so I
times,
can
too,
put it
when
on
they
my
come back from
community
war,
tab.
having seen death, they don't understand it. I've seen death, and that was in my child getting washed down the drain when I had that first abortion, when it was forced upon me. And so I understand that
you
most people
guys,
they
it's a
can't
blanket
comprehend it.
statement.
They think that I'm demonic.
It's exactly what Shani for Christ does. You know, this you guys, so you know, so she doesn't have anyone actually like call her out individually.
Individuals that are so perverse that can't manage to refrain from assaulting women, refrain from abusing women, mutilating them, defiling them for the rest of their existence, because the majority of the time, with that post-traumatic stress that occurs afterward, you can't denounce these things. They pop up at any time. You have pain and suffering continually, and it's a psychological thing. And when it's psychological and the chemicals are released, like cortisol and all of that, that causes a lot of other effects in the body, physical pains that are manifested in that way. So I hope everybody is having a lovely start to their week. Mine seemed to have, seemed like it was going well, but I am sort of very hesitant about what's to come and very discouraged that this happened, because I don't.
It's just so funny because people like this think that they can just go online and say whatever they want, and when they get blowback, they're like surprised. And like, I never claimed to be the arbiter of truth here. I can talk shit about myself all day. Like, that's not the point of me. I'm just here just to laugh at the ridiculousness. But I think it's funny when people like this come here and be like, I can't believe you people, and I can't believe you won't give her money. Like, no, I will not give this woman money. She needs to fall, because how is she gonna learn? It's called tough love, bro.
I like speaking out against the few people that have actually been there to try to help me. My brother did end up, he gathered up some weed for me to have. But then he immediately retracted that because I told him he had to own up to his word. So yes, I understand medicinal marijuana wasn't necessarily the best thing to be having during this pregnancy, because I did worry about the health of the baby. But what about the health of the mother? What about my stabilities? What about, they want to force feed us pharmaceuticals that are more detrimental and cause more suicidal ideations? And that's why I went the holistic route, the natural route of healing. Lost that 150 pounds, and here we are. So I don't know what else to say about that. I know I'm preaching, but also
it's fine to have a little troll. It's like, over here is just where we go to just kind of chill out and relax. It's like, if you ever watched John Wick, there's that neutral hotel where nothing happens. That's kind of what the crypt is.
I just wanted people to understand that it was very beneficial to have smoked during this pregnancy for me. And I know that my baby is very important to me. People try to say that, oh, she's out to harm it, she's doing these crazy things. And in actuality, in other states, they regulate some pregnancies with medicinal marijuana so that the mother can cope with things, the strain of
exactly.
her pregnancy better. And it helps with morning sickness and things like that. So I know that I could have stopped if I would have had a safe and comfortable location like I did with my daughter. I didn't smoke during the entire pregnancy with her once I found out she was inside of me. But now it's just a little bit difficult. I'm trying very hard to refrain from that now.
Well, thank you.
Being confined to this bed right now, just in the hospital, and then what's to come. But
you guys are heard of Cyrax?
Do I want my freedom? Yes. Do I know I have to earn my freedom? Yes, I get that. Just like every other veteran.
Yeah, I think she would date Cyrax. I could totally see that happening. Or the new YouTube couple.
Their freedom as well as others fought for ours in that way. And I don't say every other veteran, because we do know that there are dishonorably discharged ones that have done
so did mine, Carrie.
Nefarious things, shady things, because they take their power and they run with it, megalomaniacs in such a manner, that they utilize their authority and take advantage of others with it. So that's mental illness right there, psychopathy in some way or another. So, but I do have respect for them, but...
Hey, look, see, like, they're knocking on the door. They're making sure, like, I thought that was my house. I'm like, what's going on? But like, they're making sure that she's not like hurting herself. Like, oh, you're still on the phone, but like, it's just surprising, because I've never seen a hospital like this.
I'm sorry, I haven't even started that. No, you're fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't look at me.
There are so many lovely women that are on this floor, and I'm very appreciative of that. But I know that they had mentioned too that if I were to try to give birth here, there might be a male obstetricianist on call when I give birth.
They're kissing her butt so bad too.
Down there whatsoever, it causes a lot of pain just due to the fact that my family had done what they did at a very early age. My first gynecological check was with a male doctor because my mother had forced me into doing that, and it left me traumatized until this day. So I know now that not considering a woman's rights in that way, when I was 5,
I just see it as she fought with her brother and her mom, and she goes to the hospital. Like, what the heck? And she gets pampered. Like, she should be the one at home trying to figure this out. While doesn't she also have a pending court case happening?
At that other clinic at 37 weeks along because I didn't let that male doctor view me.
Hey Joe, what's up?
That was,
just
in
chilling.
my opinion, unconstitutional. So because they negated my personal
if he would
and rights.
So, I've been saying it forever. Rev, all he has to do is come to the channel, show me on camera it's Rev, and then here we go.
So, but nobody has ever done anything to try to
I don't like him, though.
The pain and
That'll never
I've
change.
Been through and endured, especially during the last few weeks of my daughter being inside of me. That was very painful. I remember crying and trying to call different clinics to seek resources, and they refused because I was so far along, until a nurse had sent in a plea to UAMS in Little Rock, and that's where I gave birth. So, anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I know it's nearly 40 minutes that I've been on here, and I just wanted to convey what my thought process was right now. I'm comfortable. I hate that I try to stand up for what's right, and all this, and what makes me smile at the end of the day is knowing that at least
because it's basically the same bullcrap.
Honoring myself and my children by disclosing these truths, even if it took me years to do so, even if it took me years to finally get my voice out there far enough for people to start.
All right, bye Danielle. Thanks for being here.
Start, trying to understand it from my perspective, because before.
Yeah, here. All right, so that's basically that one, and then after that, she got. I think this is her getting out of the hospital. Because she can only be there one day. Because Letitia, of course, she can only be there one day. Everything's a problem.
So today is July 21st, 2022. I just spent the last day in the Psychiatric Research Institute at UAMS in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I'm sitting here now, about to be released from there. And actually not about to be released. They sent me with a bus token, and I was supposed to be able to just go. I informed them of my homelessness. I informed them of, the way that I wasn't able to go back to my mother's house. I tried to call her yesterday to have a conversation to see how.
But like, what was supposed to happen? I have no place to live, guys, and you're claiming that you're not going to hurt yourself. Then you can't be here. The hospitals are people that are sick. If you're okay. And you have no place to go, that sucks, but you know what? You should apply for things, being 8 months pregnant. Like, I don't know. At least her mom should have showed her how to do that, but maybe she don't know either.
She was, how, she had actual remorse towards
the situation. Her date? It's probably another month.
And she turned around and she blamed me for my brother assaulting me. Then she turned around and said that I tripped, which I did not. I was shoved very, very forcibly, and you saw that through the video. And then she turned around and stated that I hurt his collarbone. He clarified that I hurt his collarbone when he forced himself into me that one time when he headbutted me. I actually still have like a bruise in here. It's inside the jaw. So I'm still sustaining all this trauma. Still, very much pregnant, and they did nothing really to help me with housing aside from giving me lists of places to call in the area, instead of actually the social workers taking it upon themselves to do the calling for me, or to try to situate something, knowing that I'm disabled due to my mental health.
I know, Carrie. You would think people like this, like, they should apply for things, but it's like, I don't know if the thought doesn't occur to them to do it, or they're just so afraid or lazy. There's people that are afraid to use the telephone. So I get it. There's people who think that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. So, there's all sorts of people.
Instead, they decided that I was supposed to place in more effort. And I thought, well, no. I decided then, because I was voluntarily placed in here, not involuntarily. So I was able to leave at any time. So I asked last night,
that's cool.
After being there from approximately 3:30 in the morning until, later in the day, and they came back with those lists, I knew that they weren't going to actually place effort into me individually. So I crumpled up those papers and threw it at them. And yesterday I was in the middle of drawing a picture of a woman, and I left it there for them so that it was a gift from me. And I had only gotten her face and her breast area drawn before I was going to cover her, like I normally do with all my artwork. But instead, afterward today, when they had me do the discharge papers, I went ahead and scribbled in some nipples.
Gosh, she's so nuts. Like, I really feel bad for that kid. And yes, if everyone's keeping track, she's still wearing the same shirt as the couple days ago.
In there with some milk dripping out of it and blood dripping on her naked body, her vagina, and she was big and pregnant. And I placed an angel's wing on the other side of the artwork and signed it. It's got my signature on it. So, I pray for everybody involved, especially the men involved in all of this, and especially the judicials that are trying to state that I need to be reprimanded more, when in actuality it should be the men in these circumstances.
She's so crazy. It's just like, here, I'm gonna move her up a little bit because she's just so. You guys are right. It's just too manic. That's why I rarely cover her, because she's just too manic to watch.
The one that coerced me into going up here. So now I'm an hour away from my belongings, and I'm gonna have to find my way down there. So I guess I'm just gonna have to,
you know, hey, I need a ride, let's hitchhike. And who cares? It doesn't matter, because apparently I'm not that mentally ill to where I can't recognize things, when in actuality, I even had a panic attack in here. And when I have my panic attacks, I can see sometimes, or I can, you know, when I'm waking up slowly, and one of the nurses actually grabbed my legs because it was time to do vitals. She came in there, forcibly grabbed my feet, tried to shove me off onto the floor, and then and I didn't move because I couldn't move. My muscles they sort of atrophy or whatever that is. And it's not really true atrophication, but the fact of it is that I can't move, I can't feel, I can barely see or sense what's.
But yeah, that's what makes me have to keep on like fast forwarding her, because it's just I can't believe people watch her.
Monitor for the baby right now. They
Without,
monitored
like,
the
taking
baby
it
prior to me
seriously.
leaving to see how the baby was doing, and she was trying to ask me questions. The nurse that was doing it, and I told her this is a rape baby. She was like, "Oh, do you have any other kids?" I was like, "Yeah,
great.
6. You know, I haven't seen her for 6 years." Like, how is it that they dredge up all of my trauma constantly and assume that I'm just going to be okay? You just presume I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, logical.
Can you imagine, like, oh, it's just a rape baby, nurse?
Let me be logical, right? Let me go off
awful.
and do all this appropriated
She's
stuff.
awful.
Let me make these phone calls and talk about it a million times to all these shelters, and then they end up rejecting me anyway because there's no room for someone. There's no room for the baby and I. So, anyway, back to the situation.
Wow.
They were monitoring me prior to leaving, and I told her, I said, I don't even know why they're going through that effort if they're just going to place me back out on the streets. I mean, you're going to monitor and make sure the child's okay, and then turn around and just state at one point, oh my God, Leticia's the one that harmed the baby. No, it was the copious amounts of stress that I've been placed under because of all this gaslighting and lying by the systems. So I tried to explain.
And again, if you guys ever meet anybody and they can't take accountability at all, not even half, not even 50%, that they're full of it.
Like, I'm not gonna shut up about it. I just don't care. I would rather be dead. So do your worst. Do your worst, because I just sit there and smile at you, don't I? I'll go through seizures, yeah, but who cares? It doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter to you people, and I get that. I understand that. Neither does the baby inside of me. So what did you do? You wanted to make sure to get plenty of money, and then you used that monitor on me so that you could charge it to my insurance. It's always about that, isn't it? Charges, about, you know, getting everything, the actual money that you need to sustain.
Yeah, it's disgusting, Missy.
And
it really is.
How tainted is that? How disgustingly perverse is that they knew? And even the nurse didn't want to let me go right now, but she had
Really? She lit her crib on fire? That is disgusting. That is awful.
She had no control over it. She was so disheartened by the whole situation. And I thought,
yeah,
well,
I heard about
my
the puppy
business.
situation.
It's not my fault that they placed me in these circumstances. It's not my fault that I was raped. It's not my fault that the man didn't own up to what he had done and step in to try to help me. It's not my fault. Right. And so if anything happens to me, you can thank the U.S. government, and you can go ahead and talk to the people, the authorities about this, because they're the ones that placed me in these dangerous situations, placing me back in with my mother, who had my brother around, who's the felon.
Where are you going to go?
And everyone told me. They're like, no, we're going to be there to help. You lied. The officer told me they were going to help me. You lied. Do not tell people that you're going to help.
I mean, what does she want? Does she want a police officer to sit there all day and watch them and be like, oh, you can't be smoking a cigarette, sir, but you pregnant 8 months, you could have a joint, no problem. Like, really, get the hell out of here.
In actuality, all you're going to do is hurt them and turn around and cause them to have more charges because they didn't follow through. How am I supposed to follow through when my brain is going a million miles a minute, wondering why you keep doing this shit to me? I just don't care. I don't love you people like that because you don't love me like that. And so why should I respect you when you don't respect me? It makes no goddamn sense. I don't give a shit. People are like, you're biting the hand that feeds you. Good. You need to know, you need to understand that we're caged animals, and you're not letting us out to, you know, to regulate ourselves properly.
So there's more and more of this.
After all I did to care for this child properly, after all the, you know, things that I avoided, everything that I could have been doing, you know, there's substance abuse up there that I noticed, and they
I would have
allowed them to
kicked her
keep
out.
their babies. Like, it makes no sense. I'm an actual good mother when I have the calm, you know, when I have the resources to do so, and I've got the place, and I'm calm, and I've got everything I know and love around me. So then I realized too, they had sent home 2 homeless people too, and they didn't send them home. They just, you know, dispatched them onto the streets prior to dispatching me on the streets as well. So regardless of being 34 weeks pregnant. So I thought that I was going to get a little bit more than all these other people, because the fact that I've got a baby, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with it. But I don't really care. I really don't care. At this point, I already know that they're really fucked up in the brain, and they're going to hurt me anyway. And that's all the people, the authorities, the government, everything, they're fucked up in the brains. Like, if you think that this is actual justice, if you think that this is, upholding my constitutional rights, then you need help. More help than I do. You need to be confined
worse than I do, and you need your testicles removed, because generally it's a bunch of men that are causing this to happen because they don't want their side to be exposed. So, yeah, I'm kind of stressing right now because I know that you guys don't care what I have to say. You want to just shut me up, and that's why these videos are out there, because they're the God-honest truth. And I'll have, you know, I even wrote down on the sheet this morning, may God have mercy on the souls of man, because that's exactly what it is. You men are sick as fuck. Sick, sick, sick. And just because I think this way, oh, you want to kill me for that? You want to make sure I suffer more? You want to make sure that I get my children ripped away from me? Oh, you want to use my body because that's sex trafficking, that's human trafficking, and also a breeding program. Oh my God, that's so weird. Even all the things that I have to disclose about what I had seen in the psychiatric facility right now, all the stories and everything that I have to disclose of the women, but no.
She's such a drone.
You want to keep fucking with me. We'll see how this goes for you people, okay? And how well it goes when you're about to pass
Grace,
over
what's
it
up?
and all the karma comes rushing back at you all at
Saw
once.
you there.
So, but yeah, I mean, you guys don't place the effort, so why should any of us place the effort? I finally rinsed off after, you know, I haven't showered for like a week or so. I haven't brushed my teeth. Like, I brushed them like one time. So I'm just like, whatever. Why should I care? Why should I care about my body if you're just using my body to have children? There was a lady in there too. She was 25 years old. She had 2 different pregnancies prior. One was a set of twins that was 4 years ago, and then the other was...
She just never shuts up. Here. I'm gonna go to the next one because it's just like whatever. Yeah, I want to see where she actually gets kicked out of the hotel room. Oh, I'm sorry. This one, you people are trash.
I hate you.
This is her. Now she's at the hotel room. For anyone that's keeping track.
Much. I hate you. I tried to reserve a room at a place that was like $50 or whatever. It wouldn't go through. And of course, I did it 3 fucking times. And it wouldn't go through. And now I'm in a fucking hotel room that smells like a fucking ashtray. And spent like a fucking shit ton of money. Because I couldn't walk far.
See, what did I say before, everybody? Folks, what did I say before? She's always going to have a problem with everything. So, I can't be here at the house because of my brother. I can't be at the hospital because there's other crazy people. I can't be at the hotel because it smells like cigarette smoke. It's always something.
From the fucking bus stop that I was dropped off at.
Yes, I agree, Mrs.
I fucking hate you people so much. I hate you so much. You just don't even know.
Cue the violins pumpkin.
I hate you. Hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You're fucking with my shit. You're fucking with my fucking confirmations. I even told her all these millions of confirmation numbers. Of course, it didn't work. I'm trying really hard. It smells like a fucking ashtray in here. Oh my God. I want to light the fucking place on fire.
What?
I don't even do it.
Someone tell the hotel.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this. What do you want from me? What more do you fucking need from me?
Hey, Monty,
every
what's
fucking
up?
thing hurts. Every fucking
That's
emotion
good.
hurts.
Watch the
Everything. What is wrong with you people? Oh, this is not help. You don't fucking help people. You're fucking sick. All you want is everyone to fucking kill themselves.
Oh,
you
no.
want fucking all this destruction and shit. All I want to do is destroy this fucking room. All I want to do is just fucking light something on fire. I am so fucking dead. I'm so dead inside. I just can't do this shit anymore. I'm trying to keep this fucking trash baby alive. I'm trying to keep this shit going.
She should be.
You guys are so fucking sick. Always calling me in the middle of my fucking videos. Always doing your bullshit, your backhanded bullshit. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
Whoa!
I fucking hate you people. I fucking hate you. Oh my God. Fucking kill me. I just rode the bus. That was okay. A woman helped me. You saw that. You know what the fuck is going on. I'm so sad. I can't do this shit. I'm trying so hard to just keep it together. I can't. I fucking can't. I'm fucking going crazy. You made me waste all my goddamn money. How the fuck am I supposed to get to my goddamn car? I talked to a dude about fucking helping me out because he wanted to reach out.
I didn't get to do that yet, Michelle.
And I was like, I fucking snubbed him. I was like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you, whatever.
And then he fucking gave me money for this room. It wasn't even enough to cover the room. So, oh my God. I'm going fucking crazy. I had to walk to the nearest hotel so I could get in my fucking goddamn it.
Right, Patty.
And everybody's like, okay, it doesn't matter. The 8 months pregnant bitches do this shit all the time, right? They do it all the fucking time, right? Then I get a message from Dr. Carol that says I have to remove the fucking videos of us talking, which I'm just going to privatize them, but you have...
Oh, wow. Wow. The Dr. Carol actually said you have to remove those. You know why? Because it's patient-doctor confidentiality, and he can't do that. You know, he's kidding around with you, and it's private, you dumb idiot.
Access to it anyway. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Why is this going on? Why do you have to fuck me in the middle of the fucking night? I could have been just fine. I would have been just fine. Just traveling around. It's been 8 goddamn months. 8 fucking months since you fucking destroyed me.
Yeah, like Shane says, hippo laws.
Absolutely sick and tired of this. I'm trying to find the positives. I'm trying to see what you people fucking see when you're fucking distorted and you want people dead.
Well, I can't believe that she would try to monetize her own therapy sessions. To me, that tells me that she's not being honest about it. And if that was any of a decent psychiatrist, he would see that too. She ain't being honest about the therapy sessions, because why try to make money from that? I mean, really?
I'm trying so hard. All you did was harass a fucking 82-year-old man to the point where he was like upset with me, but he was proud that I was still getting my story out there because this is the same shit generation after generation. Even he said it. Even he clarified it. And people talking about how he's crazy. He's not fucking crazy. He just tries. He fucking does the best he can with the crazies he's fucking dealt with. It smells like an ashtray in here. It smells like a goddamn ashtray. If I would have known if it would have been a fucking smoking room, I would have chose not to get this goddamn room. Why? Why is everything always a fucking issue? Even during transit, I gave him my fucking card. I didn't know to give him the fucking cord, the fucking nickel. And some lady in UAMS, and she was riding the bus. Her name was Cecilia, and she helped me. She helped me get on the bus, and she helped me find the right bus. I can't do this. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm so sick and tired of you people. I don't know what the fuck you keep doing with fucking women and shit. You're fucking insane. I fucking hope you all die. I hope you understand. You're all fucked, right? You understand that, right? Like generation after generation, how fucked you fucking are for doing this shit to women, for doing this fucked up shit. I was just fine. I wasn't fucking people. I was doing well. And then both of those dudes forcing themselves on me. I don't feel good. I don't like this. I'm very upset. Everything is tripping me out right now. And no one understands. No one ever understands because they're like, Leticia, you demand too much. No, I demand what I fucking demand. I demand what I want, what I need. Fucking resources. Fucking somewhere safe. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're in a hotel room. What else do you want?
Oh my God. You're all going to fuck.
What else does she want? Oh, it smells. Well, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. And you pissed off your mom, you pissed off your brother, you pissed off everyone who would help you. Air out the room, spray some Febreze, be an adult, and get it done. Stop complaining, so they can kick you out, call the cops, and then make it more of a drama, more of a problem. Like I don't understand people like her.
Hell, I just don't even fucking care. You're all fucked. You are all fucked. No amount of money in the goddamn world could fix being away from my child for 6 fucking years, for being forced into this situation, forced with all this stress, and you know damn well I was fucking raped. I'm so sick and tired. I've been so good. I've been holding it together. I don't feel well. You're all crazy. Why? All the excess bullshit. I'm trying so hard. I just want to smoke. And shut the fuck out.
Like, I don't even understand why she's freaking out so bad. Like, oh, so you want to smoke in the room that smells like smoke. So make that make sense. So you're going to smoke the room up again. So then why you have a problem? The sheets smell? Like, I've stayed in a lot of hotels, and let me tell you, I've dealt with things like that. You can switch rooms. No, she'll just leave. Being pregnant, no car, nowhere to go, has to take a bus, but she'll just go instead of just saying, "Hey, the room smells. Can you switch it?" Normally, 9 out of 10, the hotels do.
There's no smoke. There's nothing. I just want to light the fucking place on fire. I'm so sick of this. I just want to calm the fuck down and fucking detach from what I see, what I hear, what I fucking taste and smell, what I touch, all of it. Even for those moments of just finding some fucking peace. I'm so sick and tired of you people. I'm so sick and tired. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. And by home, I don't mean my mom's house. I don't mean my own house. I mean fucking dead in another dimension away from this fucking shit, this nonsense. You're all crazy. I want to go home. I've been preaching for that for fucking ever. Get the fuck away.
The funny part, Nora, is she just got out of the hospital. They discharged her. I mean, it was an AMA against medical advice. Shit.
Away from me, stay the fuck away from me. Take this baby. I don't care. I don't fucking care what you people do. I'm sick and tired of you. I'm so sick and tired of you. You won't fix the situations. You just damage me more. You cause me to have more PTSD. It causes more fucking issues. And then this shit will pop up around someday randomly. And I'm gonna be like, oh my God, the fucking time I had to fucking leave the hospital. Sitting there. I was so fine. I was just fine. Living on my own. Like in my car. You wanted to stop that. You wanted to make sure that I fucked my life up. I didn't fuck it up. I didn't fuck this life up. You fucked it up by not fucking calling CPS when I was 12 years old and having them fucking come to the house every week so they knew what the fuck was going on.
All right. First of all, millennial, let me say this. CPS, what you call CPS, we used to call DIFUS. They were different, little kid. Back in the day, they did not do what they do now, okay? Because they got in trouble for not doing shit. So you thinking that you could have called CPS and they would have been there to rescue you? No. If that, you would have went to some dude's house and you would have been their pack of cigarettes. They would have called you their pack of cigarettes, and you would have been cleaning their house, and they would have been beating the shit out of you. That's what would have happened to you in the 90s. Okay, so shut your mouth on stuff you do not understand.
You people are sick, and I fucking hate you. I'm gonna call the front desk and see if there's another room available that's non-smoking. I don't give what the fuck. And if not, I'm gonna fucking leave and go walking in the middle of fucking the freeway, because that's what he wanted me to do, was walking across the fucking freeway to get to this fucking hotel that I had the confirmation to. And then of course the confirmation wasn't there, so then I had to come to this place. So everything happens for a goddamn reason, right? Everything happens for a purpose, so I can light this bitch on fire and this fucking place goes down. I fucking hate you.
It tells me she should just be in the hospital until she has the baby.
I fucking hate all of you.
She's a danger to herself and other people.
I fucking hate you all. Terroristic, threatening, good. I hope you all fucking die. All of you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I hate you so goddamn much. I hate you. You couldn't find any one thing that I had ever done wrong. You couldn't actually catch me on doing anything wrong. So you had to make up a fucking bunch of bullshit. I fucking hate you. I hate you so fucking much. I'm so sick and tired of you people. You need to get a fucking life. You need to fucking stick your fucking dicks in a light socket, you pieces of shit.
What?
Okay, I need to smoke.
Yeah, light
I'm
socket.
not doing well. I have no smoke. The only thing I can do is set up a fucking dating app so I can get some random fucking dick over here so he can exchange fucking dick and pussy and all that for fucking weed. And
oh, okay. So before anyone ever listens to your quote-unquote alleged crimes against your brother, right now you're offering to give your body up for cigarettes and weed. You see that, right, Latitty? You see that? You see how that's crazy? You know, you're talking shit about him, but then you want to do even worse. Okay, I see. I get
Why
you.
not? Fuck it. Who fucking cares? No one gives a shit about me. No one gives a shit if this baby ends up fucking sick and dead, and who fucking cares?
Right.
You don't fucking care. You don't fucking care. You've been watching me for fucking years, and you just don't give a shit. You fucking jerk-offs. Don't know how to do your goddamn jobs. July 21st, 2022. Leticia Collins Servant. I hope you fucking bleed to fucking death, you pieces of trash.
Wow. Yeah, that was a better one, huh? You know, I'd rather her like that than her just manic. Okay, here. Getting a ride from strangers, which someone just told me to go play.
Okay, so my screaming and hollering got a lot of attention. So if anybody wants some free pussy, it's located at Holiday Inn Express Suites over off of McCain area.
Wow. Is this like the new thing? It's like we don't even need to go on those websites. We could just use YouTube to sponsor our prostituteness.
I'm sitting outside of it right now.
I mean, no hate
and,
against that, but you know.
Yeah, I don't feel like walking to another facility. I'm about to piss my pants. I haven't eaten much. Yeah, I don't care if I smell and stink like piss because I'm about to get fucked by some random people anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. So I was kicked out of the fucking room, right? Because they said that I was screaming and hollering, and the man underneath was upset about it, and I needed to go do a wellness check because they said that somebody was getting abused. Yeah, I am getting abused. It's by the U.S. government. So, if anybody wants some free pussy, if you want to fucking destroy me, go ahead. There's a group of dudes over there. Maybe I should just go talk to them, see what, hey, you want some pussy? Yeah, I know I don't look that great, but...
Like, wow. Have you guys ever seen someone go from 0 to 100 that fast? I mean, Shani for Christ. She must be watching Shani for Christ because, wow. Just go outside over cigarettes. Think about that. My hotel room smells like cigarette smoke, so I'm gonna offer my quote unquote pussy and get out of here and get some weed out of it, because if they're gonna have sex with me, I'm sure they're drug addicts. Like, wow. I like to stream.
naked, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure tight pussy is better than nothing. So anyway,
don't
I tried to make the
yourself.
reservation to the one across the way, across the freeway, so I could walk across that bitch, you know, oncoming traffic and shit.
Right.
And yet, nothing. So if anybody wants to come and pick me up and wants some fucking pussy, suck your dick, I don't give a fuck, whatever you want, you know, that's how it goes. I'm outside of the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, off of, right across the street there's a Freddy's, and over here there's a Home Depot. And yeah, I'm sick and tired of this shit. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not playing your fucking games, all right? I already made the reservation. I was trying to save some money. They want me to walk across the fucking freeway, a fucking, what, mile from here? I haven't used the restroom. That's the one thing I needed to do while I got in the room, but the first thing I wanted to do was disclose my fucking emotions toward everything. So then what? Right now as I'm videoing, I get random phone calls. They all know. My phone is pinged. They know exactly what I'm doing, where I'm going, what the fuck I'm saying and doing. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Do you realize how fucked you are? Do you realize how I just lost my fucking room because, and then she was like, this is a non-smoking bitch. It smelled like fucking smoke in there. So you tell me why the fuck your fucking filters weren't clean enough to where I didn't have to trip out like that to the point of fucking irately screaming about what the fuck is going on. So, yeah. Does anybody want some pussy? If you give me some weed, I'll fucking do whatever you want. You can fuck me in the ass if you want to. And the only person that's ever done that is my fucking ex-husband. So yeah, it's nice and tight. Who wants some free pussy? Right here, right now. I'm sitting right outside of here. There's a liquor store across the way. Maybe we can go get some liquor too and fuck it. You know? There's some dudes right here. Maybe I should ask them. What the fuck? So,
oh my god.
Yeah. You know, I'm sick and tired of your bullshit.
I'm sorry,
everybody. Like every other piece of trash, and that's
fine. I might be too late, but trigger warning. I might be too late.
Fine, I'll be one of those other pieces of trash. I'll, be one of those fucking crack whores. So, but yeah.
Jesus, help this
All right
woman.
then. If anybody wants to come and get me, I'm gonna sit outside. I'm gonna wait right here, and I'm gonna wait exactly however long I need to, just as somebody comes and picks me up. That's Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, so it's what was this address? See, I was gonna go over across the way over to the Super 8. That's where I was gonna go. But see, that's too far to walk. I'm not gonna walk. I'm done. I'm exhausted. I don't want to deal with your fucking nonsense. I don't want to keep going. Why pursue life when life doesn't want you? No one wants you. So that's why I tell people, the easy way out is the best way out, which is fucking suicide. And I say, I totally recommend it, honestly. So yeah, here we are, just chilling outside of the fucking hotel with my bag here and my food. Do I give a shit about eating right now? No, I give a shit about getting high. I want to get high with some fucking weed. I want to fucking get fucked, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't planning on it, but if that's a good exchange, then that's a good enough exchange. I don't know what the fuck you people want from me. I'm sick and tired. I'm trying. And then all I do is get confronted with, like, I'm the issue. I'm sorry, no, I'm not the issue here. But the issue is people don't actually live up to their standards. They are whatever fucking nonsense they give. They don't live up. They have no integrity. No one has any integrity nowadays. No one. So here I am. I got in and out of that room, and the charge for it was $175 fucking dollars. $175 for a room that smelled like fucking cigarette smoke. And then she came up there and she said, "We don't have any smoking rooms, bitch. Then when are you gonna fucking charge the person that was ahead of me because it smells like fucking cigarettes?" She said, "No, it don't. No, it don't. Bitch, learn how to fucking speak proper English, okay? Rochelle." So, anyway, Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this. If anybody
She
wants
don't know your
some pussy, if anybody wants to
craziness, the
fuck me,
titty.
and in exchange for marijuana, of course, I'll smoke it all fucking day. You can have this baby. I don't care. You can sell it to the fucking I don't give a shit. Some other crack whore.
What? Did she call herself a crack whore?
I'm not even joking. The funny thing is that I'm literally going to sit here until somebody comes to pick me up. And it better not be the fucking feds or the fucking cops or any of that bullshit, because I don't need your fucking nonsense tonight. I don't need your fucking nonsense tonight, okay? What I need is a fucking safe place to fucking raise this kid and money to fucking support this child. But
What?
no one sees it from a girl's perspective. Nobody sees it from a girl that went to Catholic school's perspective, especially. You're all fucking doomed. You're all fucking fucked. And I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Like I said, I am literally going to sit here and wait. And if I get tired, I will go over there and I'll rest.
Yeah,
but I'm
she's
waiting for
messed
someone
up.
to come and
She
pick me
uses
up.
the
I'm
care
just
for an
off right now.
excuse.
So, and I'm across the street from the Freddy's, over at the Holiday Inn Express in Suites, and I know damn well that you're gonna fucking try to block this from being public because you just want me to fucking waste my fucking time just sitting here waiting for something. But I'll just go on apps and whatever. You know, fuck it. You want some clean pussy? Here it is. You want some clean pussy? You want some dick sucking bitch over here? Yeah, here I am. You want me to doll up? Just give me whatever outfit you need me to. Put any makeup on me. It'll be fine, bitch. So yeah, you people are fucking sick, for real. Fucking sick. So yeah, I get in trouble, and she actually, you know, of course, she refunded me because I was only in the room for fucking 20 minutes and freaked the fuck out because it freaked out
Why don't you
immediately
just
because
get
it
a
smelled like
different
cigarettes in
room?
there. I do not want to be exposed to that shit. Like, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking strangle someone. I am going to fucking stab somebody. You people are so fucking deranged. You really are. And the fact that I have to disclose my feelings toward how aggressive I am, terroristic threatening. Well, apparently everybody in the government should be dead right now because they're not monitoring things properly. They're not helping the people that are actually innocent victims. A disabled citizen they can't manage on her own, that didn't even know how to fucking ride the bus. So, like, you tell me how sick you people are. You know you've been watching my story.
Probably.
Instead of reaching out to actually help with somebody that's actually a good fucking resource, you had me fucked by 2 military men. That's what you did. You wanted to see how crazy I fucking was. You wanted to see how disabled I was, to see how much money I was fucking stealing from the government, which I wasn't, bitch. Like, get your shit together. I am sick and tired. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till some fucking crackhead comes along, asking for some fucking crack or something. Swear to God. Swear to fucking God. I don't even give a shit what kind of drug it is. At this point, I would take anything. At this point, I just don't care. Hey. I'm good. How are you? What's up? I don't know, I guess I could take a ride or something. What? Well, I was trying to find a hotel, but I can't seem to find a hotel, but really I'm looking for some weed. You got any weed? Fuck yeah.
Whoa! You got any weed? Fuck yeah. Wow. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you just... Wow. Hey, all right, you got any weed? Fuck yeah. So then what happened? What happened after that? Okay. This is the next one. Now I need to watch it to see what happened.
Okay, so it's still July 21st, 2022. Everybody's probably like, why are you such a drama queen? I don't know. I guess it's just like that. So, finally getting to eat the sandwich that I got to buy. Because I got the money from the YouTube videos.
Yeah, bullshit. Dude, we literally just saw a guy being like, yeah, I got money. I got weed. Yeah, and I'm sure you just picked it up from YouTube videos, even though the 21st, yes, was YouTube day, but still, you were just begging for it. You got it, and then you made another video, and now you got a sandwich. Just saying.
Uploaded today.
I can still see the jizz on her face.
Looking gross. That's gross. Okay, so.
Yeah, right? She's all fine.
I got in this guy. I'm sorry.
I got in this guy more like he got into you, right? More like he got into you.
I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say was, I got into this guy's car. And
oh, Grace, you're
he had a
feeling
girl in
sick?
the front seat, so I just hopped in the back. I was like, whatever, I'm not feeling good. I need to get high. So I asked him if he could find some weed. And he did. And so I paid $40 for
Oh,
fucking
we'll feel
weed
better.
just now. Do you realize how fucking highway robbery that is? That's it. That's all I got out of it. And he rubbed up on my leg a little. I was horrified. But then he was trying to get at it, and he kept telling me, he was like, oh no, you look good. I was like, what are you talking about? I look like a big old pregnant whale. But then he did some ice. So I don't know. I was freaked out.
He did some what?
I don't know about that.
Hold on.
I shouldn't talk about that stuff, but I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
He did ice?
Find me, I don't give a fuck. So
What the fuck? What? Yo, you're doing a guy's doing ice, and you're 8 months pregnant, and you're sitting there. You know you can inhale that. Wow. She's just something else. Like the stream, folks.
I was hungry. I don't have a toothbrush or anything. Finally, I'm in my own space. I told him he shouldn't do that stuff. And then he accused me of taking his wallet, and he found it. So yeah, I try to be nice.
Yeah, because you don't
But
know
really,
you.
I'm always
You're
freaked out.
nuts.
All I just want is some weed and a safe place to be and away from dudes because they're shitty. I mean, I wish I would have had a dude for this baby. If they're gonna take it from me,
Right.
I'm like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. You can do what you want. It's not my fault. You people are crazy. So,
Wow.
I don't know. I anticipate the worst at all times, so I guess
People are crazy, especially right there, Missy. People doing ice. Yeah, they're gonna be real crazy. I'm surprised they didn't try to have sex with their phone.
that's how I've always gotten by because I'd always been subjected to the worst, really. I mean, people are like, oh, I used to get beat. So did I, as a small child. Whipped with shit and all this stuff and punishment, standing there in one spot for hours on end. It felt like a military.
Yeah, I've heard that,
So
Carrie.
it was like a cult. I tell people, really, it was really bad. And oh my god, I'm telling you, I've lost all self-respect since this baby's been inside of me.
Yeah, no shit.
Everything, you know what I mean? Since it was conceived. That's terrible. It's so sad. And then as I was walking too, because I mean you saw what I was wearing, so God, I turned that up and now it's trying to turn itself on again. You gonna try to freeze me to death? Although I've been having some crazy hot flashes, and when I was done with my panic attack, I didn't even know my blood pressure gets that high when I'm like that fucked up, and I thought I was okay. I thought when I was coming back to that my blood pressure was fine, everything was okay, but really I'm medically there's something going on. So
Like, for real, we could have just seen her murder in real time. Like, seriously.
It was like a while. I remember it felt like a half an hour. I swear to God, it felt like forever. I could finally move my limbs again, and I got back over, and I should have been calmed down. Then,
yeah, I
by
think
the time
so.
It was really severe, but then I just can't help it. I don't know what it is. So the blood pressure was like 155 over like, what was it, 98 or something, like really high, and I was like, what? So I don't need all this. I don't need you guys telling me that weed's not a fucking medicine, because I was telling him before I smoked that it was okay that we would fuck, and that it was okay that I would smoke some ice, and I just didn't give a shit about myself.
Whoa!
I hated myself, and nobody wanted me, and I wasn't worth anything.
Oh my
And he
god.
was like, I'm a 5-time felon, and also, you're safe with me. And then, of course, he was immediately talking about jacking off.
I'm a 5-time felon, and you're safe with me. And now he's talking about whacking off on. Let me hear.
In front of me, and also talking about how he wanted to eat me out, and I was like, I don't know, I haven't done that in a long time. And he asked me when the last time.
He'd be like, yo, I see a finger. And
That's what I was
That's
honest.
awful.
Valentine's Day, and he was like,
No.
that big pussy, that
Yeah.
big pussy. I was like, and he was like, oh my god, like I swear to you, I don't know. But he picked me up outside of the hotel, so it was kind of a blessing in disguise, even though he was touching on me and saying all these grotesque things at me. I was horrified.
Yeah,
I'm
way to
horrified.
pick up a guy.
I'm not that pretty. Please don't touch me. Please leave me alone. If there
So, also, this guy was smoking ice, talking about he wanted to whack off in front of you, and you're like, I don't know why you like me. I'm just not that pretty. Yo, he wasn't a 10 either, okay? He was not a 10, you know?
It was just like a convent
This
I
is
could
great.
go to, I think I would be best off, because honestly, men are perverse. So I
This
was
is
chilling,
great.
and oh my god, let me tell you. And when I tell people my stories, they're like, "There's no way that could be true." I'm like, "It is totally true." So I told him, I was like, "Well, you're very handsome, smile and everything." He said, "You got any wires on you?" And I was like, "No."
What?
I'm 8 months pregnant by a military man that left me for dead. I was like, no,
Wow.
They obviously hate me. They put me in jail last month, 7 months pregnant, for a fucking week. I told him all of that. And I was like, he was like, are you sure you're not the feds or whatever? And I was like, no, I'm definitely not. They fucking
He was
hate
probably
me
just
for
sitting
sure.
there waiting to, like,
So-
you know.
Then he was like, do you want the wires? So I lifted up my
Yo, I bet he was sitting there while she was saying that's her whole like drama speech, blah, 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 and he was probably all getting high on ice. He didn't hear a word she said.
I was like, no, like there's
Let's
you
stop
know, there's
lifting
no
stuff
wires
with
there.
this shit.
And so, but yeah, then I was walking, and thank God I bought 2 bottles of water at the hospital before I left with my bag and stuff, because that's all I have on me is my bag from the hospital. And this man, he was standing there, I guess he was homeless, he was in the middle of the parking lot. He was like, hey, you got any water? And I was like, yes. And he was like, just throw it over here. So I tossed it at him, and he was like, well, God bless you. And I was like, God bless you. Like, do better. Like, hopefully you have
He
drugs.
was zooming.
So
He was
that's what
all
I feel
high.
sorry for, is like the people get to the extreme of doing hard drugs and then they accuse everyone and hurt everybody, and then I'm like, okay, I still think weed is amazing. And so I told him, after I got the weed, I paid $40, right, for this little pouch, and he was trying to tell me he paid in the rest. Like, whatever, that's a fucking lie. You didn't get that much fucking weed for $80 fucking dollars. He said 84. And I was like,
well, you had to buy some ice.
Then when I rolled it up, because we had to go back to the gas station, because I was like, don't you have anything to smoke out of? Or like, and I don't trust a lot of that anyway, because if they're doing ice in anything, then it could be contaminated, so I just sort of don't do anything around people like that and stuff. But I was desperate, and I don't know why he circled around. I thought that was kind of odd, and I thought he was, you know, I don't know. The whole thing freaked me out. I'm telling you. He was handsome though. He seemed, and then he was nice enough. But then when he started talking to me all filthy, I was like, oh my god.
Once he started talking, I saw he had no teeth.
Ugh. And I know I could have stayed at the hospital. I could have stayed there a couple more days, and they finally started feeding me better. But fuck you guys. You're gonna give me a list. I've got to go down and repeat my story a million times. It hurts.
Wow. Okay, so if anyone's ever in this situation, stay at the hospital. Or even better, don't fight with your sibling to cause your mom to call the cops, to cause you to have to blow a guy on ice that wants to like do all this stuff to her. And then he's asking her, is there a wire? Let me look up your ass if there's a wire. You a cop?
I know I repeat it to everybody anyway, but it's different context. It's not the same repetitive fucking story over and over and over again. It's so painful. And then for them to tell you, oh, well, after all that spiel, just so you know, we have no placement for you. But they still asked a million questions prior. Don't do that. What the fuck? Just tell me immediately. We have nothing.
There's a difference.
Hate my life. And I know you guys are just fucking with me. I get that. But at the same time, when he dropped me off and everything, and I had to walk to the hotel, I was going across the bridge and the traffic, the highway, and I thought, you know what you could do? Just fly right off of there.
You could definitely support yourself pregnant, Grace.
So
with a job and everything. You don't have to blow some guy on ice.
The blunt. And then I started smoking, and she didn't want to smoke out of it. So I knew he was getting all kind of creepy.
There's definitely a difference,
so
Grace.
Like, okay.
You know?
He was talking about like eating me out and shit, and I was like, oh my god, no. Like, Jesus, no. Please leave me alone. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And then it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You smoked that in front of me. Oh my god. No, do better. Don't do that.
Well, don't stand next to him.
So anyway, and he offered it to me, and he was like, you want to? And I was like, no. I didn't say that immediately though. Before I smoked, I was all for it. And then I was like still a little hesitant because I was still kind of, even sober, I know a little bit better. But so when I smoked, I told him, I said, because he was talking about fucking, and I was like, at first I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Sure, let's do it. I'll do it for some weed.
Wow.
And he was like, he thought he was going to get some, I guess. So I was like, okay, no. I told him my brother was a felon too, and that he stemmed from a certain branch of whatever. And he was like, oh, I'm also from a different branch. And, you know.
Yeah, I bet he was like, you're just as high as I am. So let's get down to it. You're on some sort of ice too, right?
We're kind of connected. And I was like, okay, well, I can use this to my advantage by telling him that, you know, don't fuck with the sisters like that. So anyway, so I was kind of like a protective measure. I always say things, but then I don't say enough of things just so that I can make sure that I don't get too harmed in a situation. Although Jason, I mean, whatever his name is, right? Whatever the dude's name is. It's not even his real name, probably. So, anyway, but yeah, so I'm fucking horrified.
Yeah, right?
No, fucking no. I can't deal with it.
And you guys are right. She was so manic in her last video. And then she's just like, hi, how you doing? And yeah, there was a guy who was doing ice. And like, I'm like, oh, okay. But then I'm like, did I do it? I don't know. Like, yeah, you definitely did. Because you're calm as hell right now.
What the fuck?
You're right, Patty.
So I smoked some weed, and then I told him, I was like, I really don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
With rubbing on me so
You
much.
probably thought she
I
was tweaking.
I really don't feel comfortable with like doing that. I don't feel comfortable. And he was like, he told me, he said,
it's
well,
Rev.
I was like, okay, well, good. Because that's what they all say. You know, like that's what they all say, but that's exactly what they want. So, and that's so sad because I'm like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just being myself. I'm scared as fuck. My voice gets higher. I can't help it. So, and that just draws the flies to me. So sweet. so
you
much
do that when you open your legs.
But yeah, so he was all ready for it. I know this is not the best angle for me. It's always like when the light is like, you know, a little better. So, but who cares? You guys are gonna take my story and eat it. But yeah,
I can't
Yeah.
believe this shit.
It's
I can't
crazy,
believe I
Nora.
just had to go through that. You guys see me tripping out instead of just giving me weed without touching me and just giving me my card and everything. I'm freaked out. Why is it always about money with you people? Why? Why? You are the devil. You are the devil. Why is it always about you need money for this, you need money for that? I even gave him money for the...
I've always heard, Ivy, that people that are naturally manic and naturally blah, 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 when they do speedy stuff, it does make kind of like the opposite effect. So I definitely could believe that could happen. Because she's totally fine now.
fucking weed. He still fucking violated me. That is not okay. You don't rub up on someone. He did say, is it okay if I put my hand on your lap? Yes, it's okay. You start rubbing toward my coochie? That's not okay. You did not say, I mean, no. No. I was freaked out. I told him, I said, you know,
She promised coochie. She did, Grace, right? She did.
And I told him, I was like,
We got
no,
that
honestly,
right.
I went to a Catholic school and everything. I'm not familiar with all that. I'm not, you know, I don't have sex very often. And so, not like that. And
Why can't you just do it
I
to
try
me
wait
for
around
free?
a
Why gotta
boyfriend or
give
something. It's just
coochie?
disgusting. I think people are
Right?
gross. For real. I think people are nasty. So, but yeah.
Right.
I was almost violated. I could have gone with anybody. I would have gone with anybody. Like, what is wrong with you people? You should have known better. And I guess that's why it wasn't so bad and he let me go. So he was sweating profusely when he came back and told me that
Yeah,
lost
because
his
he was
wallet.
on ice.
And I was like, I don't have it. It's not on me. Look, it's in my, look at my stuff. I don't care. But then I had to touch stuff in his car to try to help him look. And I'm like,
Yo, I wish she would have recorded this. I would have loved to have seen her being manic that the way she is and a dude on ice trying to get with her. That would have been YouTube gold.
great, now I got my fingerprints all over your fucking car. Like I need that if they ever catch you with something and be like, okay, why was this girl in here? And they're gonna fucking try to pin me with some fucking crime. No, thank you. I don't do hard drugs like that and whatever. I don't deal with that. I just wanted some weed. I just wanted to calm the fuck down. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't make the exchange. Fuck it. So, yeah. I'm sad. I'm lonely. But I did well, I guess. I mean, after I smoked and I, you know, managed myself, and I even needed, I told him I said I needed to go
Yeah,
pee.
like Ritalin. So
And
like
he
something
said,
like
well,
that.
You know, he pulled over to another area and he was like, well, let me follow you. I was like, why would you need to follow me? Like, ugh, people
Yeah,
are so creepy.
exactly.
So I managed to pee in the bushes, and
Ew.
then he stood nearby staring at me the whole time, and I was like,
Yeah, he did. Yo, because that's his life. He stares at people peeing in bushes all day.
ugh.
That's his
my life this
TV.
way. Kill me now. I know it's not as bad as some people have had it, but I don't care. We shouldn't have any of this happening. Like, I don't understand it. Why am I such a fucking, like, target in that way to all these perverts, too?
Right.
What?
Nora S. donated
like
$2
that?
through Super
You
Chat.
like that, you
Match me,
fat
he's doing a
fucking
great job, Heart.
Thanks.
You like that? You like that, you
That's a great video.
I don't
Thank
even
you,
look
Nora.
good. Maybe that's the difference, is that I'm right in the in-between. Ugh. Gross. Mother, you caused this. You decided on which fucking child you wanted to fucking rear, and it wasn't me. So I'm over here exposing my fucking self to fucking danger because you decided it was okay for physical violence to happen in your home. I'm horrified. And I could have gotten hurt. And he had a needle? Oh, I freaked out. I said, I'm not getting in here. And I tried to open the door.
Nora.
I was like, because he tried to take me, well, he did take me a little bit of a ways. And so, oh my God. And I told him, I'm not going to let you stick me with that. Ooh, I'm scared. I guess weed helps me though. Weed helps me function and realize how scared I am about this stuff and like how not to do it or, you know, staying away from all this other shit. I don't mind being high. Let's see what the problem is. You guys are crazy. I put way too many olives on this sandwich. I put so many olives on there.
That's great.
So, yeah, I was just making a short video to share with you what had happened because I still don't think these get out to the actual public. I still don't. I still think that they stop me from sharing my story. And that's the most fucked up thing, is that I'm always confused because what's right and what's real? What is real? Israel, my brother. I love him.
Wow.
So anyway,
She's all over the place.
I'm telling you.
She
Oh,
ain't
it's a shit
sober
show.
here.
You try to be good, but then you get a boyfriend before marriage and you're a fucking whore for the rest of your life. And even the ones that wait and everything. Then you get into these abusive relationships where the men take advantage of you at first and then they don't care about you later on, so then they go off and fuck other women. That's how men
No,
are.
because they need them.
Trash. And they're like, oh, I can't help it. It's in my DNA. Yes, you can help it. Do you have a brain? Oh, you only have half the amount that a woman has. I see that. The other half's in your dick. So, and that's sad. I don't mean to even talk that way, but a majority of men are, like, dishonorable in that way. There are a lot of men, I'm sure, that are just fine. And I talk shit to everybody, but I don't mean to talk shit about everybody.
Thank you, Crash.
Crash Cootercoot has just donated $20 through Super Chat. How's that?
How's what? Oh, what?
You like
Michelle
that?
Fury
You
donated
like that,
$2
you
through
fat
Super Chat.
fucking
Heart.
You like that? You like that, you fat fucking...
I love that video.
Man, everybody knows that. So there are those
What do you mean, Crash? About which comment?
that are very highly intelligent, can manage, don't even think about it, you know? Then there's all these animals that I'm forced to deal with, and I'm thinking,
I
why does it just be
appreciate
an
that.
animal?
Thank you.
So that's when I freak out and I do all these crazy things, but then I try to appropriate myself, and then you give me a list? No, I freaked out. I didn't wash my hands all fucking afternoon and shit, and I was thinking, oh my god,
What?
all the times
Ew.
I used the restroom, and then I was sniffing underneath my fingernails. People caught me doing that, like, why is she doing that? Because there's bacteria. Any tiny bit of bacteria, I can smell it.
I got a
And
lot of
so
road videos.
it's so weird. I know, that's fucking weird. But I'll sniff it and I know that there's tiny bits of bacteria and I didn't clean underneath them properly. So, why did that just happen to me? I'm traumatized. Don't touch me. Oh my
Well, then
god.
don't-
And that's
Like Ray said, then don't offer up the coochie if you don't want to givey.
it was with, like, what's his face? Don't touch me. So anyway, okay. I had a dream that I strangled somebody, and
What?
they passed out, is what happened. But I was just like, oh my god, you shut the fuck up, you're crazy. I strangled them until they passed out.
Lovely.
What's wrong with people? Oh my god, why do I have these nightmares? Why? I shouldn't have to deal with this. I want some poodles. I want some protective poodles. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to live in my house and all by
that's
myself
fine.
again, just in my safe place, away from all these crazies. Why am I forced to interact? I'm hungry, I think. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't know what's next, and I'm worried. I'm like, what is this next task I'm up against? What is this next fucking tribulation? Don't talk to me. I'm fucking crazed. Don't talk to me. I'm just a pothead. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, Gothic. Right? Good grief.
Kill me.
Uh,
And then you said
Gothic.
something about sucking dick out.
She was outside in the previous video, if you watch the replay, and she was like offering it up. Like, oh, let me get some this, some pussy, and I want weed, blah, blah, blah. You can do whatever you want, put it in whatever hole you want, blah, blah, blah. And then she gets a guy on ice doing ice in front of her that starts whacking off in front of her. And then she's like, ew, don't touch me. And it's like, you offered it up. It's so crazy. It's been a crazy video.
I was like, no.
Like the stream,
I
folks.
sucked dick in a while. I mean, if there were one person that I were with all the time, then it wouldn't matter. But you're talking about eat me out? No. Sometimes I get filthy like that, though. I had one dude eat me out. See
Right.
the cuddling thing?
I wouldn't be able to make a video on it.
I forgot to count that. Does that count as being celibate? If it doesn't enter you? I mean, I think that there's something about that. Different stages of sexual behavior. You know, you can't really...
Exactly,
But there
Jelly
is also
Bean.
the DNA exchange in that way, like the saliva with the... Ugh.
We'll all learn
That's
from our
something
life,
out of me that's
past
gross.
lives.
By the time I was so upset and they monitored the baby before I left, I checked my panties, the ones that I had, those disposable ones or whatever. There was some slight, like, it was like blood or something in there. Like, it was like darker tinge. And that was the
Oh.
same stuff that came out the last time when I told you about my crusty panties.
Ugh. Stop.
Severe stress. Too much stress. Can't believe my brother fucking headbutted me. I thought he was better than that.
Oh, well, I know plenty of people that look high and they don't even smoke weed.
You just don't know anybody. You just don't know anybody and what they're gonna do and say, and
That's fine.
you try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And they just disappoint you constantly. It's that pain that I deal with every day. That sorrow that I feel so sad for everyone else. My mood today, on the piece of paper, in the infirmary, in the Psych Research Institute, I put my mood was apologetic toward the U.S. government. Because they want to blame a victim and not the actual
I don't even know what she's talking
perpetrators.
about right now.
I'm sure they have all that on record. I'm sure that that's why I've been harassed the last few years and so on. easy target. I
Well,
should speak out quicker.
no matter what, she got some food with it.
But like I was telling a lady when I was leaving the hospital, victims don't do that. Ones that have been traumatized their whole life, ones that have PTSD like that, we don't speak out immediately. Sometimes it takes us a long time to even realize it was abuse. So, I don't know. People are crazy. And that's why it's like,
She talking about, yeah.
I went 5 days after the incident. To me, it felt like rape because I was not consenting as I was sleeping. I was fucking fearful and scared and didn't want him touching me. I mean, at one point, his touch felt good, you know? That's why I just didn't say anything about it. That's why I just let it go. Because I was like, okay, you're filthy, you liked it. There's a fragment of you that liked it, and that's perverse. Leticia, no. So I blamed myself. And I was like, okay, fine.
Well, you should. You offered him it.
I don't know. You tell me, right?
Oh, thank you.
The whole story is kind of crazy.
Welcome to the
I'm
crypt.
just glad I didn't get penetrated.
We have fun.
I'm just glad. Oh my god, they stuck in fingers in me to check my
I've tried to send him emails, Crash, but yeah, you could definitely try.
cervix, and they fucking made sure it was closed and shit. Oh my god, don't touch me. Oh my god, don't touch me. I guess it depends. Right now, I've got a gigantic baby in me. They said that he was about 5 pounds, 5.3. So that's good, I guess, for the stage I'm at, because it's what it said on the pregnancy, or you know, the menstruation cycle, whatever, the app that I use to monitor my cycles. You guys are filthy whores. Filthy whores. Oh my god, you're filthy perverts. I knew when I was in jail the first time. You shouldn't have been there. Oh my god, I was like, oh my god, I've been to jail before. Crazy. Leticia's been to jail. What'd you do? Nothing. I don't know. People are crazy. Violating me because of my freedom of speech. I don't know. I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, your freedom of speech?
And I don't harass anybody. I'm not harassing you. It's not terroristic threatening to mention the truth in public knowledge like that. Who else would it be? Am I just going to make up a fiance? Am I going to make up another rapist? No. Crazy.
Yeah, I know. He ain't going to get it, though.
One dude was like, hey, can I come pick you up? I didn't message him back. I don't fucking know you. I got into the stranger's car, though. That was new for me. That was new. And I went on a bus. I went on an adventure. I don't know why God loves me so much. I don't know how I get away with these things. And, like, not get killed. Even walking across
Well, you've been lucky, but that luck will definitely run out.
the highway.
That's just karma smacking you in the face.
Go over there and just like pounce right off the side.
She is.
Like a kitty. Which reminds me, I was talking to myself right now. I was like, I'm sleepy kitty. Because that's what my mom says to her cat. She's really nice to her cat. And she was telling her cat.
I mean, even if she wanted weed and she's with this, she finds a guy at a hotel outside, goes into the hotel room, they do something sexual, and even if she's not doing it and he's sitting there doing meth, yeah, she's breathing the air. She's going to get a contact, no doubt about it.
Over there.
No doubt.
She was like, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, mommy. And then she turned and she got all mad with me. And she was like, you don't have to get jealous about it. You don't have to be so condescending.
He would dance around them, Ivy.
Or she didn't say condescending. She just sort of like, you don't have to be a bitch about it, is what she said. And I said, what do you mean? I was just chiming in because I hate you people.
Oh, here it comes.
You harassed Dr. Carol.
All right. Okay. Well, in all fairness to that, don't monetize your therapy sessions with the doctor. Just don't. It just won't turn out well. B, the guy can't do that. He can't be online having your therapy sessions because it just doesn't look right. And C, because they're saying, hey, maybe you don't know this woman. She's lying to you. Who she really is. Here's her videos. Like, you gotta understand that would happen. So just keep that life private. Really easy for you.
And you know you can't really harass me all that much, so that's why you fuck with the people that are closest to me. They're just close. I don't really have anybody. So Even like this baby, I have to realize it's just close.
So what happened with
taken from you at any time?
I mean, I guess nothing much. She basically, he kissed her butt because she was like, well, these people are hurting me so much, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, yeah. And it could try to give her comparing like the past to now, and other things were looked like that in the past. I mean, the guy tried. I can agree. Maybe he doesn't know everything about her, but still, it's just, she didn't need to try to monetize her therapy, you know, and so there's not gonna. And then he came back and said, "Can you take those videos offline because people are bothering him?"
And I know I cry about it, but this is supposed to be my privacy, right? You're not supposed to be impeding on my privacy. Yet, there's always been violations of that constantly. And so, yeah, people are like, we got to her, we made her cry, look at her. Oh yeah, when my brother, I was so disappointed in him. How dare you? That's why I was crying so bad. Discouraged.
The violence.
They would violate me and violate my being and steal and rob and rape me. Whatever. You guys are a disappointment, not me. Not I. Crazy. You guys are crazy. And then, of course, I know, since there's a ping on there, since I knew there was, the moment I turned my power off there at the house, you guys are crazy.
Did you know that she was recording? I'm not sure, but I know where you're going with that. Like, is she in one of those one-party states or two-party where she has to divulge? I'm not sure. It didn't seem like it because he was very, like, upfront and talkative. Like, she was just sitting there on the phone and he was on speakerphone. So it was not appropriate. And for the fact that he had to tell her to private them, he probably didn't know. But he got a lot of blowback from people going into his practice and being like, you should have not said that to her, she's crazy.
You guys were so funny. And then that dude Chino, like, we were driving around, he had all these phones and he was talking about how the music, if you turn it up, they can't hear you.
Oh, she did? Oh, thank you.
True. They can hear all of it.
Well, that's interesting.
And you can shut off certain noises on some audio now and manage to figure out, but I understand why he was whispering all the time.
Exactly, Nora.
He had a nice smile, though. I liked his lips. I didn't kiss him or anything, but I did touch his arm. I think I get myself out of trouble a lot of times because I try to get people to realize.
I wouldn't trust him, though, Crash.
A little bit about humanity. Like I said no, like it's, you know, or like even it has to be consensual in that way. He still asked for my number, though, and I gave him the right number.
Shit.
But then again, I know everything's tracked and traced, so whatever. Why do I care? So I told you guys years ago. I was like, you guys should have known. Little Miss Crazy over here, causing drama. She just wants her everything. She's spoiled.
Yeah, I see that.
Why should I not be? I don't understand. I've gone through fucking hell with you people. I've gone through hell with the entire fucking government. I've gone through hell with my fucking family. I think I know better. Ugh. Quit fucking with me, please. I mean, and the more I ask, please, you fuck with me more. But really, it's like, bring it on. What else is next? What else is next? We gonna take a limb? Take an eyeball? Take this? Take that? I'm pretty sure my seizures, that's not cool. You're fucking with someone that's actually disabled. Like, that's insane. You guys are fucked. That is so funny. You guys are silly. Thinking that I'm some type of, like, spy or something, too, and acting all crazy and causing me to fry my brain and everything. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I'm Leticia. I don't know what to tell you. You look crazy, girl. Running around, causing mischief.
He would take that 300 and give it all to Shani, and then Shani would buy big sandwiches and stuff. They would waste it. And like you guys said, he doesn't deserve it. Like, I do conventions where you gotta pay real famous people like $100 to $120 for even a picture. So for 300, no, he does not deserve 300.
Constantly mischief.
That's silly.
always.
He knows no one will pay.
That is so funny. I really want
$20 is a
Should
good
happen for you to
rate.
stop though, because don't I have enough in my story? Don't I have enough that I've managed to live through that is miraculous in some senses, I guess? But still, why violate a woman when she's sleeping? Not cool. Why didn't you buy my fucking pill? I don't understand it. If you didn't want the fucking issues, then don't do it in the first place. That's what I tell people. And he actually was very apologetic when he said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I thought you stole my wallet." And he kept apologizing over and over again. That was the guy I was just in the car with. And I was like, it's okay. Like, some people make mistakes. Just try not to jump to conclusions all the time. He's like, no, really, I was so sorry. Because I even asked him before I stepped back in his car again, because he wanted me to go to the other place to go find his wallet. I know how dangerous these things are. I understand that. But I placed myself in danger on purpose because I want to see what the humanity
His name is Dr. Carroll.
of it. Are you really going to follow through?
Yes.
Are you going to really have integrity, or are you going to be a dick? Oh, some of you don't know any better. So, and I understand, I deal with animals all the time. That's why I sort of just gave it all to God. I just let it all go.
That would be
And it felt funny too,
standard.
because when I was walking to the hotel, because after 3 attempts at like 3 different hotels, right? I tried to make a reservation at one. It didn't go through. I tried it 3-4 times after that. Didn't go through. Then all of a sudden I tried it at a different one nearby. Didn't go through. So then
Yes.
I went over, well,
And
that's
he
even
would
after
have
the
to
one I was
answer
at,
for that,
the
no
Holiday
doubt.
Inn. And like, that was a fucking disaster.
And that's why I think he doesn't want to ever talk to me, because I will not kid gloves that. If I ever talk to Rev, it's going to be that stuff. Either you did something or you're covering for Shani, but I'm not going to believe you unless you answer one of those questions. You keep hinting at that, and I need you to answer that. So yeah, I don't think if he does, you better believe I will not forget those questions.
The moment I smelled, it smells musty in here too, by the way.
Oh god, here we go. This hotel makes things too. Maybe because you guys were doing ice in there for the past hour or whatever.
Normal. There's probably some black mold in here too. Fuck it. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. That's why the nurse was so sad to let me go earlier. She's
100%
like, you don't have a place
Jelly
to go. I was like, it's just how it is. It's just how it is when you don't have anything or anyone that loves you or takes care of you or helps you.
That's what I'm
That's how the
thinking.
world is. Cruel and unusual. Punishment. So, but yeah. I'm gonna get off here.
Well, the problem is, if that is true, Sheena, then why aren't the kids saying anything? Like, hey, they both should be charged, not just Rev, my mom too. They must be that much afraid of her.
Hope everybody's having a good night, and I'm sleepy kitty. What a good kitty, though. I'm tired. I'm gonna eat, be depressed by myself, cry myself to sleep again.
I'm kind of in the middle there, Patty. Like, you know us OGs. Like, we're like,
okay
we know
sometimes,
better.
but then
You
I
know,
just can't handle it.
Rev
There's
will
too
do
much
that.
going on all the time. You guys are so demanding, and then you're always abusing me in between my fucking panic attacks and whatever. I feel like it's not hard enough for me to survive. Like it hasn't been. 6 years without seeing Tootsie.
Safer.
People have always, made it out to be like, oh, you'll get her back. No, it's just like, it's like dangling off a fish hook or whatever. I wouldn't even go for it. That's why I didn't bother to fight in the courts. I didn't bother to fight anybody in that way. Like, why would I pull out $3,500 out of my ass just to start visitations? It's the principle of the thing. I should have never been taken away from her. You guys are crazy.
Stockholm, right?
Dangling off a fucking, a line or whatever. A line of coke. People are crazy. Yeah, fucking crazy. Trying to get me in trouble for shit I didn't do. Because you couldn't get me in trouble for anything else.
Yeah, well, while you're talking about making out or doing other stuff with a guy that's doing ice, but we're making up everything else. We're just listening to what you say, like the rest of you locals.
That's what I said about my
Oh, I'm
clothes
sorry.
and stuff. I was like, what
People
are you
with
plot here?
mental
And gathering my
illness.
urine. And then they just had me dump it.
Allegedly.
It's so weird. Stop. Why? Oh my god. I'm telling you. They had me gather my urine in one of those cups sitting in there, and it was touching my vagina as I was peeing.
Shani would probably say
I did
something.
not feel the greatest. So,
We got spies on the inside, Crash. Don't
and then
tell
after
her.
all the work I did, I filled it up to the top within a few hours or whatever, half the day or whatever. And then I told her about it. And she was like, oh, I'll come back for it. She never did. So I ended up dumping it in the toilet. Why would you gather my pee? Why are these
To
things
make
happening
sure
to
you're
me?
not on
Because I
drugs.
speak out against the government. What truly happened to me, and why I was placed on all these psych meds, and how they stole from me, and I was just like blinders
Exactly.
on. Like, it's okay, I'm retarded. Then you wake up and you talk about
You
weed
said
and
it.
everything. Well, I don't know. I think it saves people sometimes. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know why you would do these things. I'm horrified. Horrified. A bunch of perverts running this country then. If you're gonna allow this shit to happen. Ew. Just die off already. They're like, you just die off already. But we can't just go and shoot you. Because then they would know. Because I left a paper trail. I left a trail of witnesses. And what is it called? Character witnesses as well. But it's so true, because people would be like, Leticia would never do such a thing.
Wow, that's horrible. So she's saying that she leaves witnesses on all these things. So when she's with a guy and convinces them to give her money, otherwise she's gonna like say that they art her and all that. She leaves witnesses. Okay.
She's
Finding out everything about her.
She denies all kinds of shit. Like, I have so many opportunities. I could have gotten so fucked up and everything too. It's not just drugs, it's everything. Like, no, Leticia is okay. I'm very self-disciplined in that way, and that's why, like, I haven't been off fucking everybody. I'm just glad I didn't have sex. Ew.
Oh. Ew.
Maybe I tried to have sex and like, if you still love me after I'm disgusting, then we're meant to be.
Well, good. I don't love you.
That's so funny.
Nothing to worry
Why would the
about.
father do this to this baby? Why would he leave him in such a dire
What?
state?
Are you serious, Sheena? Really? Yeah, because the next time I make a video, it's gonna be Shani centric, the whole thing. So that is interesting though. Thank you for telling me.
Traits like that. This is a high risk pregnancy. That's what it is. Like, you don't just have a pregnancy with a woman
I saw one of the
that way.
copies,
Like, I have no
but
financial
you can,
support, I have no,
if you ever want to send me it, it's dravencrypt@gmail.com. That's my channel email,
emotional support in that
and I
way.
appreciate it.
Why would anybody do that? That is ridiculous. That makes no sense. Then I realized I'm just an unwanted. That's what I was telling that guy in the car.
Yeah, that's what it seems
People
like.
shouldn't give me their real names and information.
The CPS won't give you a choice.
Because I'm like, no, this is my reality. You don't even know. I'm fighting for my life here. I'm fighting for my sanity. And that's what it is. I'm not even fighting the US government. I'm just telling the truth. And oh my god, just start an OnlyFans. Just do this, do that. Make yourself look like a slut. Like, okay.
Ew,
sure.
no thanks.
How much money? How much money are you gonna give me for my soul? Weed, I know. It was kind of like one of those, my one and only vice. But
And not only that, not all that wonder, but like this guy with the ice that was there, he probably could have raw dogged it, and she probably would have been like, "Okay, I really want weed."
I can't deal with anything right now.
Hashtag
You guys are really
priorities.
fucking my life up. All the love I ever had, just removed. Completely removed from my life.
Oh, it did.
You're horrible people. And yet I'm still standing and walking and everything, and like, oh my god, what's next? Am I gonna end up having to go to fucking jail here in a few days? Am I gonna have to go to jail when I try to pick up my car? Jesus. I don't
You're
know what it is
you're talking about the
people. I
last
should
one,
get some
right?
Sleep though, because by the time checkout comes, it's not gonna be enough time for me to be like well rested. Because I'm fucking tired of you people. I need fucking 200 years of sleep just to recoup. God. Fuck this. This fucking day and age is horrifying. I don't know what I'm staring at half the time. And then also too, like, that woman at the bus stop, I told her she was an angel. She was a real blessing to me for helping me, because if she wouldn't have helped me ask, I would have just been lost and stuck at the bus stop. And it's like a child at the age of 35, and I don't know how to ask about the tokens or anything, because I gave him my card, but I didn't know I had to give him my nickel too. So it was really weird. But then when I went back onto the second bus, she talked to the bus driver for me about the transfer, and then he waived my nickel. I guess he paid my nickel for me, so that's nice. That was really nice of him. The bus driver, the second one on bus 10, and then the first one that I'd taken was bus 5. So I did a really good job, I think. And most people are like, that's normal stuff, you're stupid. And I'm like, well, no, I've never been exposed to that, and I'm gonna be 35 next week, and I don't know how to manage.
All right, well, you know what I'll do, because she's kind of like blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna save. I'll end this one, and I'll play the ending of this. This is a whole hour, and there's other videos between that one and that one. But here, before I go, I will play the last part of this, what you're talking about. Oh no, is it? What happened? Talk to someone today, suicide. Oh, did something happen? Why am I seeing this? Interesting. So I literally just played it. Maybe it was cut off. All right. Well, then here, I'll go back to this one, and then, yeah, because there's a lot. There's a lot. I'll finish
the
that.
first one that I'd taken was bus 5.
I'll see why I
in the
can't watch
childhood
that
and
one.
Everything. It's like reliving through the trauma, like reliving the trauma, and that's why I'm so forgiving most of the time. I don't even care that I'm touching my head to this thing. I know I'm disgusting right now. Like, I just feel like bleaching my skin, everything. Bleaching my entire body. Just
let me see if I can.
Sanitary.
Yeah. Okay.
I cry for the things that I've been.
There we go.
I feel sorry if there's ever a soulmate out there, a true soulmate for me. I feel sorry that
you just had to press that. Like, yes, this is messed up shit.
Seek far and wide to find him. I feel sorry that I can't talk to any of you people either. I feel sorry that I can't relay my story individually anymore. It's just like I'm conveying this to someone that I care for, which is my daughter. I want her to understand why. Why I went to the extreme. Why I always went to the extreme. Because there's just no point in living.
Yo,
especially
you guys
as a
should.
female in this
That'd
day
be
and age.
fun.
The fact that they revoked, abortion, they removed that. That's completely unjustifiable. That's completely ungodly in that way. We have to have that balance because people need to understand it's not ungodly to kill a child. It's actually saving the child from pain and suffering for the rest of its life. It's humane. It's completely humane to want to dispose of that because you know that either you were on meth or either you were on crack or either you were an alcoholic or either all this and that, all these different chemical additives that have been injected into these children, and no one takes care of their children. They just feed them a bunch of nonsense anyways. So, like all this toxic food that they feed them earlier, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I got them from Walmart, and immediately after I'd ate them, I stood up and I felt dizzy. I didn't...
Yeah, because I don't want to go too much into this one because it is an hour.
...feel good at all because it was so much fried food in my system, and I'm not really familiar with that anymore. I've been trying to detox and cleanse from all of that and trying to even remove sugars. I've been trying to do really good. I've been trying to appropriate myself
I'll read the
better
comments.
than other people.
Oh, here we go.
And I just wish I could get high. I wish I could get high on some weed and just detach so that I can be happy again, so I can circle back around to my normal demeanor.
Where is your car, sweetie? It's crazy times. You need to tell yourself how now. I mean, people are trying. I mean, and she only got 17 downvotes, so people are actually trying. That's why I feel like a lot of this is a grift. Hey, there you are, Nora. Oh my god.
But I have no access to that right now. All I have access to is Tylenol PM, and fucking.
Must be her because she don't have any mods.
Was it cold syrup, cough syrup, or whatever PM type shit that I bought at Walmart?
Yo, she's just laying here naked.
I hate the father so much. I hate him. I hate him for using me. I hate that I'm going through this and he's not. I hate that I'm in pain constantly, and so is his son, and he doesn't care at all. That's sad. That's pathetic. I've never, I mean, my father, he was kind of like a psychopath like that, like a narcissistic psychopath.
I mean, I've never saw a video that had this on the bottom, so that means YouTube is either getting, they're either getting notified that this video is not good, that might drive someone to do something, or it should probably be taken down.
Then he ended up learning.
So it's interesting. I've never seen this.
With distance, you learn. With the removal of these things, you learn.
But apparently, the father of this
I
child
mean, people are saying, I'm a midwife. Can I call you? Don't hurt yourself.
never understood that. He never understood, you know, what it's like to have things removed from you and to have to deal with that. That emptiness, that loss, that pain for the rest of your life. Like the pain of having lost your childhood. The pain
Oh, thank
of all
you,
that
Michelle, for being
accumulated,
here.
everything, every day,
Have a good
dealing
night.
with people. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to talk to people. That's why I don't even read your comments, because I just...
Well, I think I'll say this for next time, because I want to kind of end it. But I will go show you guys the ending and what everyone's talking about. But yeah, this is a whole hour. Then, you know, I can add this with my Shani video next week.
rope at my mom's house, but
Attention
and all these
seeker.
negative comments, they help. They really help me push me toward killing myself, because that's all there
Wow.
is left to this. If I don't get a message from the father, if I don't get like an apology from the father, if I don't get fucking before court on Monday, right? I told you guys, I'm not going to fucking jail, bitch. I'm not. If anything, they're gonna have me on the fucking ER or fucking whatever, on life support. Nope, I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm not playing your stupid games. I'm not playing them. You are all fucking deranged. You can go suck each other's dicks.
Well,
I'm gonna chill in my fucking room. I have this tiny bit of weed left. It's gonna make me last through the evening a little bit. But by the time it's out of my system, by the time this evening is over, this will be... No, here we go. No, we're not gonna do this shit.
Hello, this is Val.
That's right. Because that's what happens when you pretend suicide. People are going to be knocking on your door and we're going to laugh about it. Because it's funny. Because you're just doing it for donos, and that's awful. On that note, guys, thank you all for being here. Let me give my air horn. And that's me saying I'm done. Yeah, I will go into that next video. But thank you all for being here. I just want to play this video out with my thank you to my members. And that's it. Thank you all for being here. I do not believe a word she says. I think she does it for donos. So there's that. Like the stream. I'll see you next.